Good. You? How's that neat? Good. Can I sit by you? Oh. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association varsity football game. Tonight, we'll mention this radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. That's weekday mornings, 9 to noon on 93.1 FM. Or you can go to WIBC.com. Tonight's game going to feature the Tipton Blue Devils as they host the Elwood Panthers. And right now we're going to visit with the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Dr. Ryan Glaze. Ryan Glaze, it's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Hey, I appreciate you letting me be on this, AJ, and I'm always glad to talk about Blue Devils.
Absolutely. I'm going to mention, you are professional, you are productive, and you are friendly, and I appreciate that about you the most.
Well, thank you very much. It's easy to be that way here. I mean, everybody's so great, and kids are great, community's great. I mean, it's just an awesome place to be.
Okay, well, we're going to mention Tipton schools have gone through a major renovation, taking a couple of years. Talk about how nice it is, because it's nice.
We're very proud. It was all involved. It was about $30 million. We were able to touch just about every part of our buildings. And so I really feel like if you've not been in the buildings, if you've not checked it out, I'd love to have you come and do that sometime. But we were really fortunate that we were able to make improvements in really just about every part of our building. And again, we really were able to do some refreshing, and I think the kids really like it. And I think it has really kind of changed our trajectory a little bit as far as, the work ethic of our kids, how, our flexible seating is going through and helping our kids to become, better learners. And once again, that overall feeling of having something new and fresh and that they can own.
I got to mention, you've got the digital sign out front. Everybody that goes by can read it. And I got to mention, the author, the artist, is your principal, Craig Leach.
Yeah, he does quite a bit with that. And so he's great. He kind of keeps things moving. So definitely it's definitely a good tool to have for communication. And that's so important. Especially if there's something that we need to get out quickly, that, we have that sign that's just going to let everybody know immediately. And again, it's a great opportunity to have that sign.
It's three-dimensional, and also in your gymnasium, you have two digital signs that can just display what you want.
Right. And we really wanted to do that, especially when we were talking about updating the Inferno. And we really wanted to make it, we wanted to, of course, respect the tradition of the Inferno, but also add some new details that would really make it a great environment for modern athletics. So being able to add the graphics, being able to do some different work with the graphics, I think the kids loved it. I think it really created a great atmosphere for us. And I just see that's an area that's just going to continue to get better and better the more familiar we are with the software and how we decide to use it.
Right now we're sitting right here on the bench area that the Blue Devils sit on, and we're looking at on the field. Got to mention, your athletic facilities are off the charts.
We're really pleased, and right now we're doing some work some overdue work in our softball and baseball fields. And so we're really going to be happy with those. I think they'll look so much better here in the spring, and so we're excited about that. We're taking a look at a couple of options with press box here for here at the stadium. The press box is just had some water damage, so we're just going to try to decide what we need to do there, whether it needs to be a replacement or a remodel or something like that. But we're very fortunate. We appreciate the taxpayers allowing us to make these facilities as nice as they are. and we couldn't do it without them. And again, we just want to make sure that our community is proud of our facilities, that they come in and they feel like that, we've got a nice home field advantage because our field facilities are just so good.
I got to mention you've got a brand new logo, maybe a couple of years in the making. Talk about that. Coach told me that this logo is copyrighted. It belongs to Tipton.
It does. We had some people approach me about, updating our logo. And, and that was a long process. We actually hired a company out of Indianapolis that does that's what they specialize in. And so we gave them, copies of the Blue Devil that we were using at that time and said, hey, look, how about, making this a little bit more modern? They did. And, there are people that love it. There are people that don't. We certainly understand that. But it is our own Blue Devil. And that was a really important part for us, is to make sure that we went through as a registered trademark, that we have all of that in place. It doesn't, we still want to, allow people to use it and such, but we also wanted to make sure that we were the only any Blue Devils in the United States that had this specific Blue Devil.
That's nice. And I got to mention interior logos, lettering. Your school has pride and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And it starts with the principals. Yep. Elementary principal is Brian Johnson.
Yes. Brian does a great job. And, our elementary has always been super strong and academically, and it's just a great place for kids. And they're still just cranking it away. I think our data results look wonderful, and we just got a great bunch of kids and staff and administrators in that building, and that's the elementary is just awesome.
And then you walk a little distance, and you're right there with the middle school. Your principal, John Ayers.
Yes. God bless the middle school teachers. I personally loved middle school. When I was a teacher, I loved the age. It takes a special breed of teacher and a special breed of administrator to be in those middle school years. Lots of hormones. But we are so proud of what's happening in our middle school, how we're building really strong character and a community of kids that care about one another. And we see that just walking up and down the halls every single day. And we're also seeing that in our academic success. So once again, just really seeing a lot of improvements in our middle school, and couldn't be more proud of what they're doing.
And then you walk a little further north and you got the high school with the principal, Craig Leach.
Yeah. And, our high school, again, it's the shining star. We're proud of what we're doing in our high school. We think that, we have some of the highest SAT scores in the area, and we're really pleased with that. We have a strong group of teachers that are dedicated, and high school is so much different than what it was when you and I were in school. We are asking kids to make decisions about their life so much earlier, and getting involved in the workforce earlier, getting involved in early college opportunities. High school has just changed so much. And the other part of it, too, is just the opportunity to serve in the military. So, again, the high school has changed so much, and it takes great leaders like Craig Leach and Mr. Lyday to really bring all that together and move it forward. Again, high school has changed so much, and I really feel like our high school is answering the call to do what's needed to make our kids successful.
And we're about done, but I'm sure a lot of people want to know this question. Where did you go to high school?
Well, I was a proud Wapahani Raider. I went to Liberty Perry Schools, which is the schools there at Wapahani, my entire life. And so from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. And so I'm very familiar with rural schools. I grew up in them. I love them. I love the kids that, come out of rural schools, and again, just the community support and just how much the community loves and is engaged with the schools. It's just an amazing thing. So Yeah, a lot of similarities to Wapahoney in here.
You know, Mr. Dudley, he was a custodian, but he coached the baseball team. They went to the final game a couple of times.
Yeah, I do know Brian, and actually grew up about 2 houses down from him, and so he's more my brother's age, so he's quite a bit older than me, and he did. One thing about him is like you said, he was worked hourly for the schools, but then ended up getting his business degree and did teach for a while. And he's had a long legacy of being a great baseball coach, having a great baseball facility, and just an all-around great guy.
Put Me in Sports has done a baseball game involving him postseason.
Yeah.
Where did you go to college? Might have been a couple of them. Where'd you go?
Well, actually, I always make the joke that they should name a brick after me in the Teachers College at Ball State, because I do have 4 degrees from Ball State. So I have a bachelor's in music ed and a master's in administration, a school specialist degree, and, of course, my doctorate. So I'm a Ball Stater all the way through.
Ball State's going to be at Purdue tomorrow. It's going to be, I guess, their 8th time, and they've lost all 8 of them.
Yes, they have. Well, I'd love to see that turn around. I'm actually going to the game, so my brother and I are going, and we've always kind of followed Ball State football, and with a new coach, hopefully some things will turn around there, and I think they've got a great new coach, and so I'm excited to see if they can actually beat the Boilermakers. I think they're both teams are definitely in a rebuilding stage, so it'll just be the ones that are, to come out and play that day, I think.
I'm hoping so too. God bless you. Thank you, and do the best with this, okay?
I sure will. Yeah, I had a knee replacement about 4 weeks ago, and had some great work with our good friend Dr. Condit, who he just did an awesome job with my knee replacement, and so I'm on the mend.
And Larry Murdoch had Dr. Condit. My wife had Dr. Condit, but I appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you so much, AJ, and we appreciate what you do for us, and just appreciate you coming in here and being such a great supporter of Blue Devil Athletics.
Amen. Thank you.
You bet.
So we're going to walk this way. That was Dr. Ryan Glaze. Ryan Glaze, you can call him Ryan. He's quite the gentleman. What a gentleman. I'm fortunate to know him. We're going to talk with Coach Aaron Toll. Tell you what, Coach Aaron Toll, we'll get out of here real quick. Coach Aaron Toll, got mentioned you got a win last week. You went to Frankton 41-12. That was a pretty decisive game.
Yes and no. I thought the first quarter was very, very competitive. Not sure they didn't win the first quarter, but it was 0-0. We hit a big pass play to Garmin for about 70 yards, and seemed like that kind of kick-started us, and we got some things going after that. But good win, but certainly we had a lot of things to try to correct this week. We had almost 500 yards of offense, but yet only scored 41 points. We felt like, we got stopped in the red zone twice, missed a field goal, missed 2 extra points. That's 19 points. You can't do that and win on our schedule. So hopefully we got those things corrected this week.
Last week you had a player of the game. He's a junior. Where's number 8 this year? That was Dakota Garmin.
Dakota had one of the best games receivers had here in a long, long time. Basically 200 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns in the first half. Just played a phenomenal game offensively, and I think that's honestly, I think that's really vital. But we did a lot of good things last year. What we were missing is we didn't have a big play threat. So if we can add a big play threat to our offense, I think that makes us a lot more dangerous.
You got a big play quarterback. His last name is Toll. He rushed for 50. He threw 4 touchdown passes, 292 yards in the air. He only threw 17 passes, yet he threw for 292 as a sophomore.
Yeah, he honestly didn't get off to a very good start. I think his first 2 or 3 balls were not very good. And like I mentioned, he threw a nice deep ball to Garmin. Garmin made a great play. And I think along with the rest of the team, that kind of got his mojo going, and played a pretty clean game after that.
Zane Durham, he ran the ball well, and he also tackled well.
Zane's an outstanding sophomore. He plays a lot of offense for us, starts for us on defense. You're going to hear a lot about Zane Durham over the next 3 years. I promise you that. He's that kid that is football all the time. Obviously in the fall, but we don't have anybody on our team that puts in more work and wants to be good as much as he does. So he's going to be fun to watch, fun to coach over the next 3 years for sure.
Running back number 3, Slade Springer. He's a senior. 12 carries, 71 yards. He got a touchdown on the ground.
Yeah, Slade's. In all honesty, we're going to start talking about our backs as a group. We're going to give. We feel like we have 3 kids that are all 3 capable of starting, so we're going to be a running back by committee. And that was kind of the talk this week in the coaches' room. I'm going to sit those 3 guys down, and we're going to come up with a goal to see how many yards can they gain as a committee. So it's not me versus you. It's us. That's kind of the goal. And it's been a long time since we've had three starting running backs, and so we're really excited about that.
You got a 6'6" wide receiver. He's a tight end, Zach Ridgway. 40 yards last week receiving. That's better than a year ago.
Zach is he's a matchup problem. He's 6'5" or 6'6" and can run. And he gives us matchup problems when we put him on the outside. He can also play some tight end and do some good things. So hopefully he's going to be a real weapon for us.
One last thing, Coach. Southern Wells and Elwood last week. It was in Elwood. Elwood got the win, 14-8. They beat them last year also. Tonight it's going to be 1-0 Elwood, 1-0 Tipton. It's going to be a matchup.
This is the matchup in my mind. This is the one the week I couldn't sleep. This is the game that I wanted to win the most on our schedule. And things have not changed. So I know they're feeling really good about their performance last week. I think they're much improved. And we are going to have to play at a really, really high level to hopefully be 2-0 here in a couple hours.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
So we'll walk this direction. Let's see if we can talk to Coach Morales. Coach Morales, I tell you what, he's got a lot of accolades. He grew up over there, and he brought up the youth program. The youth program is gangbusters right now. It's because of him.
Yeah, he's definitely, brought that mentality back to Elwood as far as, getting after it from the youngest to the oldest. So good things going to happen down there.
Should be good. I think he's going to walk this direction, maybe talk with us. Coach Morales, thank you for your cooperation.
Hey, I'm anytime. If the game comes ugly, I might join you guys up on the stairs.
Ugly or not, we're going to mention you brought up the youth program. Before you came to the high school, you got your hands busy. But you brought up the youth program, and Trina Dickey told me those words.
Yeah, when I graduated in June, I started coaching in July. And I started ever since and did 31 years of it. And then my boys went through, and I coached in them and junior high at the same time, both of them, and running the league, and I enjoyed it ever since.
Coach, I got to mention you're in your second year at Elwood as the coach. But I'm going to go back a few years. You graduated in 1988. In 1987, the Elwood Panthers went 5-1 in the postseason. You didn't fall until the final game versus Zionsville.
Yeah, Zionsville was ranked number 1. That's a good ball club, but, it was a 23-7 ball game. We was in, I think it was like 14-7 halftime. But we were still in it, and number 1 ranked team. We wasn't ranked at all, but we played with them, and unfortunately, the outcome was sad. But, it was really a quiet bus trip home, but I was like, hey, we made it. No other team has made it like we are, so let's liven it up in here.
Let's just rattle through your wins. Sectional, you beat Winchester. You beat Muncie North. You beat Yorktown. You went to the regional, beat West Lafayette. And you went to the semi-state, beat Fort Wayne Dwenger. And then you went to play Zionsville. Where was that game at with Zionsville?
That was a lot of you guys might not know, but it was RCA Dome. No, it was a Hoosier Dome. Yeah, Hoosier Dome back then. Yeah, Hoosier Dome, and which is not there no more. Just a couple of years ago.
let's also mention, tell me if you know the kicker, Ray Holiday.
Yes, Ray was above us, so he wasn't with my senior class.
Okay.
So Chuck Everson was our kicker. Tim Falstick, also an extra point kicker. So, but
sounds good. Tonight, we're going to see number 42, Casey McCrae. He'll take snaps. And we're going to also see number 65, Christian Rivera. He'll play offense and defensive line.
Yes, McCrae was his first year quarterbacking. And, he's getting a hang of it. And we got a backup quarterback, Jace Reese. We might start with him first and throw Casey in there. And so we got a double deuce of quarterbacks. Face one get third. But and Rivera, Christian, he's doing really good at offensive line, senior this year, and processing really good.
Let's talk about your senior line. You've got 3 seniors on the line. 55, Chris Shepard. 57, Kyle Shepard. 51, Keegan Davenport.
Yeah, Shepard boys, I can't tell them apart at all. It's hard. Shepard 1, Shepard 2, but they're seniors too, and they're doing a really good job at it. And Davenport, he just came back this year, and he stepped up, and he's doing good too.
You got to be pretty proud of this freshman, tight end number 36, Cason Croy, 6'1", 175.
Yeah, he, like I said, I think I started 7 freshmen last year. I told him, I said, you might almost have to start. He showed up back in June, and he showed, he wanted to learn in June, and I said, okay, here you go. You're going to start. So.
Hey, I want to talk about your athletic director. I know you like him. That is Ryan Van Skyok.
Oh, yeah, Ryan's a good guy. We get along good. Anything I need, I go get it. He lets me go get it, and my job is to make the fields look pretty good out there. And somebody said, when are Elwood getting a turf field? Well, not until Sammy Morales retires, because I make it look so pretty.
Playing on grass field, there's nothing like it if you want to land softly.
Yeah, like I said, the pros, they kind of like the grass. It's 50-50 on what you like, but I like the grass. I like the dirt and mud getting your face and grass in your face and grass sticking in your helmets, and I like the grass better.
I want to congratulate you on your win last week versus Southern Wells, a home game.
Yeah, Southern Wells, they impressed me. We beat them last year 40-some to 6, and this year they had 8 net at halftime, but we got our X and O's corrected and beat them 14-8. But their program turned around really good.
I was talking to Kyle Wilcamp there. He can't play this year, but I'm talking him into playing next year.
Yeah, like I said, his bummer on his knee, but I'm glad he did decide to come out, and we'll take him. We'll take as many as we can get.
Sammy Morales, thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. All right, thank you. All right, appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
So we'll walk this direction. That is Sammy Morales. I tell you what, he's pretty humble, but I tell you what, that guy has meant a lot to the Elwood community.
Well, I tell you, like you said, that many years starting the youth program, obviously a lot of people involved. We're going to head on up here to the press box. Crowd kind of waiting for the band to come in. Homecoming night. This year, Elwood only has 3 home games, so I guess homecoming you need to have it sometime. So it's pretty early in the school year. So, yeah. Well, done it. Okay.
But I tell you what, they're just proud to be here tonight. What a nice day. We're going to plug this in here. Double check here. We're working this in right here. Got it upside down, but it's still on. Okay, Larry, you ready? We'll walk up in the press box, get a little pregame. And that was 3 interviews, but that was good. Dr. Glaze talking with us. Thank you. Dr. Glaze talking with us. Coach Toll, Coach Morales. We'll walk up this direction. Quite a few people on hand here tonight. And so we'll walk this direction. We'll go back up in the press box. Talk about Hoosier Conference, Central Indiana Conference. Talk about items happening tonight here in the state of Indiana. And, so we'll go back up here, climbing the ladders here. It's vertical. Right up here, the power washed up here. It's draped, painted the floor white. It's also great. And I tell you what, Larry, this is a busy night here in Tipton.
Yeah, a lot going on, and like I said, crowd just coming in here, bands working their way in. It's youth night here, youth football night, so a lot of little ones out there with their blue and white on, and I'm sure they're going to have a good time tonight.
Had to pick a night to have youth night because they only have 3 home games. Blue Devils are on the road 6 times this year.
Yeah, I don't know how that works out, but it does. So we'll, I'm sure, like I said, they'll enjoy this one because there's so few of them this year.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and mention a little bit about each school. And first we'll talk about the Elwood Panthers. Elwood Panthers, they have a school enrollment of 410. They play at Panther Stadium, as Coach Morales mentioned. He takes care of the field. They play on natural grass. They are in Class 2A, Sectional 36, along with Tipton. Larry's going to mention those teams also. We'll mention 8 teams in the sectional. That's the Tigers, the Bruins, the Panthers, the Comets, the Panthers, the Zebras, the Blue Devils, and the Apaches. The principal at Elwood High School is Ethan Evans. The athletic director is Ryan Van Skyok. The athletic secretary is Amber Salih. Elwood High School is located at 1137 North 19th Street, Elwood, Indiana, 46036. On the web, you can find them at elwoodpanthers.net. They wear the collars red and royal blue. They perform in the Central Indiana Conference. There are 8 teams in the Central Indiana Conference, and they are Alexandria, they're 1-0. Eastbrook, 1-0. Elwood, 1-0. Madison Grant, 1-0. And Mississinawa, 1-0. Blackford, the Bruins are 0-1. Frankton, the Eagles are 0-1. And Oak Hill, they are also 0-1. So 5 teams of the 8 are 1-0. And we'll mention the head coach is Sam Morellis. Sam Morellis, he's 2 wins, 9 losses, working in year number 2 at Elwood High School. He's a 1988 graduate from Elwood High School. Their next game on the agenda next week, they'll be at Alexandria. That will be their first conference game. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. So it'll be next Friday, September 5th. Elwood at Alexandria, first conference game. Here's Larry with the Tipton Blue Devils.
Thanks, AJ. Again, Tipton Blue Devils have an enrollment of 454. In Class 2A, Sectional 36, there are 8 teams. Alphabetically is Alexandria, Blackford, Eastbrook, Eastern, Elwood, Rochester, Tipton, and Wabash. Principal at Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach. Athletic director in his first year at Tipton is Colin Quinn, and athletic trainer Burke Emmert keeps the guys healthy, does a great job for it. Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them at area code 765-675-7431. And follow their athletics at tiptonathletics.com. Tipton's colors are blue and white. Again, operating in the Hoosier Conference, there are 9 teams. Big school division is Logansport, currently at 1-0. Twin Lakes at 1-0. Hamilton Heights, 0-1. West Lafayette, 0-1. And Western at 0-1. Small school division, Rensselaer Central, 1-0. Tipton, 1-0. Benton Central, 0-1. And Central Catholic at 0-1. Tipton Sports Complex, Tipton Ford Field is a synthetic field turf surface coached by Aaron Toll in his 21st year. His record is currently 144-86. He is a high school graduate of Tipton High School and a college graduate from Indiana University in 1995. Next up for the Tipton Blue Devils, Friday, September the 5th, Twin Lakes will come to Tipton for a 7:30 matchup.
Hey, thanks, Larry. We'll go here and we'll talk about the Hoosier Conference games that happened last week. We'll let Larry go through that. I'll go through this, and Larry will let us know how these scores went last week.
All right. Again, week one, final scores in the Hoosier Conference. Delphi 54, Benton Central 0. Lafayette Harrison 28, West Lafayette 21. Indian Creek 20, Western 13. The Lapel Bulldogs 23, Hamilton Heights Huskies 7. Logansport 48, Peru 0. Rensselaer Central 28 and Kankakee Valley of Illinois 21. Seeger 31, Lafayette Central Catholic 13. Twin Lakes 39, North Montgomery 14, and the Tipton Blue Devils 41, Frankton Eagles 12.
And thanks, Larry. We'll mention Hoosier Conference game night tonight, Friday, 29th of August. My brother-in-law's birthday, Dan Kerfoot. He was quite a running back for the Huskies, but he's got a knee ailment. He might have a replacement coming himself. That's a common thing now.
Yeah, it is. I may be looking at one of those shorter version here in the near future.
Well, let's hope not, but we'll mention tonight. Hoosier Conference, Benton Central is at Seeger at the 7 o'clock start. Elwood Panthers are at Tipton Blue Devils. That's here, 7 o'clock start. Hamilton Heights travel to Triton Central. Triton Central is 7 o'clock start. My dad told me, my dad attended a game with Alan Ely was in the game, same class as Rick Russell. My dad went to Triton Central, watched Hamilton Heights, 6 overtimes.
That's got quite a bit for a high school game.
That was a lot. That's when they was going 4 downs from the 10. But we'll also mention that Central Catholic will be at Cardinal Ritter tonight. That'll be a dogfight. McCutcheon at West Lafayette. That's a 7:30 start. Rensselaer Central time zone right there. They'll be at North Newton. That'll be an 8 o'clock start. And then for Class 5A, South Bend Adams. South Bend Adams going to go against 4A Logansport. I tell you what, Logansport playing South Bend Adams, I don't know of any other school in the Hoosier Conference that plays a 5A school.
Well, I tell you, Logansport's growing all the time, have a good program up there, so that ought to be a good game.
Logansport, 1,226 attendance. We're going to have a national anthem. We'll set this down. That's the Tipton Blue Devil band. They're out on the field right there. They practice. They practice all the time, don't they, Larry?
Yeah, I have to, just as much as the football team, if not more.
Absolutely. As mentioned, Logansport with the enrollment of 1,226. And we'll also mention Twin Lakes are at Delphi tonight, 7 o'clock. Western are at North Montgomery, 7 o'clock. So that's going to be 6 Hoosier Conference teams on the road, just 3 home games in the Hoosier Conference. I tell you what, Larry, we look out here, and these guys, both teams are excited. It's Friday night.
Yeah, and I tell you, when you're just, 12 miles away from each other, something like that, and traditionally, they play each other in every sport, and so it's a crosstown rivalry, no matter what the, what the size of the school or the, points in the game. It's one both teams look forward to.
So both teams are in their respective locker rooms. Larry, you know a little bit about the visiting locker room. It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, not bad. We had to use that with the middle school when they were doing some improvements to our middle school locker room a couple years ago. So, yeah, it's a pretty nice facility.
How is the Tipton Blue Devil Middle School doing? How'd they do this week?
Well, we had a nice game. Played well, both 7th and 8th grade. 7th grade won, I think, 14-0, and the 8th grade 12-0. And we kind of dealing with a little injuries with our 8th grade quarterback. Colton Smith broke his collarbone in the first game of Logansport, and so he's out for the year. Had to have that operated on, and some pins and plates and all that kind of thing. But we did real well. Kind of had to move some people around to different places that they weren't used to playing, and so I was proud of them. Did a great job.
That's good that numbers mean absolutely nothing in middle school. You can wear whatever number and play whatever position.
Yeah, we tried to stay with that, but we got some little linemen, so we got some guys in 30s playing line, so in 7th grade.
That's okay. The band's going to walk off the field right now. 10:34 left here in the pregame. I tell you what, Larry, coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Colts going to have their final preseason versus they're going to travel to the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody in Ohio will be watching a different game at that time tomorrow. But
you're not talking about Texas. I'm for the Longhorns.
Hey, Jay, come on now. Come on now. You know, the Buckeyes are going to be showing up too, so we'll see what happens.
You're right. How about Purdue? Purdue is going to host Ball State this will be the 9th time ever. They haven't played each other for 15 years. Ball State has never beaten Purdue.
Well, those things happen from time to time, whether it be Appalachian State or Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame last year. So I'm sure the Cardinal faithful are hoping for that, but at least they're going to get a big payday when they go and take on a Big Ten team. So they'll enjoy that money at least.
I tell you what, that's going to be a pretty even playing surface. I'm kind of for Ball State.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice. I'm sure they would like to knock off a Big Ten team, help their recruiting and that kind of thing. So be interesting to watch.
Let's go ahead and we'll talk about the starting lineups a little bit. What we believe will be the starting lineups. We'll talk about, I'll mention the visiting Elwood Panthers offensive line. The center will be played by Miles Lobb. Miles Lobb, he is a sophomore, 6'3", 250. The guard positions, left guard is going to be 6'2", 205, Keegan Davenport. And over the right guard position, 5'9", 200, Kyle Shepard. Kyle Shepard's brother will play tackle on the offensive line, 5'9", 200. That's Chris Shepard. And then over the other tackle position, it'll be Gage Benton. Gage Benton, well, he's a junior class member, 6'2", 245. And they'll start a freshman at tight end. That's 6'1", 175, Casey Croy. And Larry's going to let you know about the offensive line for the Blue Devils.
All right, AJ, thank you. Starting off at center will be Grayson Witherow, a 6'3", 210-pound senior. At one guard will be Andrew Hawkins, number 64, 5'10", 230-pound sophomore. Joseph Vaughtal will be at the other guard. He is 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore as well. Jack Roach, a tackle, 6'4", 270 of him. Big Jack starting in his 4th year as a senior. At the wideout position, Dakota Garman, number 8, 6'3", 180. He is a junior, and the other is 6'6", 200-pound Zach Ridgway. At quarterback is the sophomore Quinn Toll, 6'1", 175 pounds. Threw for 4 TDs last week, ran for over 50 yards, 65% passing efficiency. At one running back will be senior Chase Hussey, 5'10", 175. Sophomore Zane Durham, and he ran for 2 touchdowns, or 1 touchdown catch in 1 run last week, and Slade Springer also a touchdown run as well. Jaron Aller will be at the tight end position, number 86, 6'2", 208 pounds, a sophomore as well.
Hey, thanks, Larry. Here comes the youth out here, the 3rd grade football team, jogging across the field, having a pretty good time. One young man laying down right there on the logo, 50-yard line. We'll mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. They're at 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. They make posters, they'll do oversized printing, and they are also available to help you with your planning of your wedding. They can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone at 317-773-8783. Again, 317-773-8783. Or by Gmail, it's Discount Copies, the number 96 at gmail.com. Again, that's Discount Copies, 96 at gmail.com. Larry, I tell you what, you was looking up in your book. You got a lot of nice notes. I'm sure you'll get to them during the ball game. But they're introducing the big guys right there on the middle of the field.
Yeah, and I failed to mention Nathan Hawkins at senior. Nathan is a junior, 6'1", 240. Mama Hawkins would not forgive me if I forgot to mention her other son's name.
That's okay. Two Hawkins on the field today for Tipton. And we'll also mention, bringing you this contest tonight, is Rutledge Well Drilling. Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. You can reach them by dialing 765-292-2315. Again, their number is 765-292-2315, or you can visit them on their website. It's RutledgeWellDrilling.com. They're in Atlanta, Indiana. They're just west of State Road 19, a couple of miles right off of 296th Street. That's the county line. They are licensed. They are insured. They are honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. Just to let you know, Mike is still the main drip. So the Blue Devils have a future, and we're looking at them right there.
Yeah, we got, fairly young team, good mix of experience and youth. And all the little guys here from kindergarten through sixth grade, out here tonight as well. And so it looks like numbers are good.
Them guys are having fun. I tell you what, they're jogging off the field now. Blue Devils are about ready to go. We're going to see the captains here momentarily. 3 minutes, 12 seconds. These guys walked around the hallways today, might have had their jerseys on. They're feeling pretty good, and we're here to say that, aren't we, Larry?
Yes, sir, absolutely. And like I said, I've had the pleasure now to coach every one of these guys, except a couple here and there who didn't play in middle school. But so it's always fun to see them, develop not only as football players, but as young men, and just some great, future of this town, and wherever they end up going, they're going to be leaders.
Blue Devils going to walk out. It's Jack Roach, Chase Hussey, Slade Springer, Isaiah Mahaney. And walking out for the Elwood Panthers is number 13, Bracken Jetty. He's a 4-year starter. Bracken Jetty, his name is prevalent. And also out there on the field, we'll be able to check here that number, but they're gonna let Elwood call the toss. So evidently, Elwood won the toss and deferred, and elects to kick off to the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I tell you, I don't know why teams do that. Just this last game in middle school, we had I won the toss, and I'm like, I want the ball, But you never know. Maybe a team thinks their defense is more solid than their offense and wants to start that way.
So Bracken Jetty and his buddy walked out with him is 42, Casey McCray. He's also a senior. Couple of seniors right there. And the Blue Devils are going to take the opening kickoff at the south end. They'll travel to the north. They'll go towards the scoreboard. As we remember, Larry, last week, Blue Devils took the opening kickoff, went methodically to the 5, and their drive stalled at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and, that's something that Coach Stoll mentioned before the game. But it was funny. I was reading the Football Digest here, and, Coach Stoll was quoted in there saying we need more chunk plays. Well, they certainly got them last week.
They certainly did. So they're going to kick off. The Elwood Panther kicker going to back up. It's number 20, Blaze Jones. He's a sophomore. He's listed as a running back and a defensive back. He's not super big, but you don't have to be big.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know that name quite well. Blaze, aptly named, very quick guy. Scored a couple long touchdowns when he was back in junior high against us. And so he's a dynamite football player, only about 150 pounds, but he's all football player.
So we're going to line up. They're actually going to hand the ball to number 28, Ryan Munoz. He's a sophomore. Evidently, he's going to kick the ball away from the right hash. So the Blue Devils getting pretty excited, getting ready to take the opening kick. And they're going to spot the ball there on the 40. And Blue Devils and the Elwood Panthers, that's an annual event.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, all these young men look forward to it.
So we're going to back up about 11 yards, a little bit soccer style. That's number 28, Ryan Munoz, sophomore. He's a running back, 6 foot 145. He'll carry the football tonight. So here's the whistle. Here comes the approach. Here comes the boot. It's 7 o'clock straight up. Pretty good end under end. Taken at the 9 by Garmin. Garmin going to go up the seam. They'll go up the left seam. Ball's loose. Ball's loose on the surface. Could be anybody's football right there, Larry.
Yeah, it looks like the Blue Devils got it back, but Dakota will have an earful when he comes to the sideline about holding the ball a little bit more securely in traffic.
So the Blue Devils dodge a bullet right there. They're going to have possession. And the ball was knocked free. It went straight down to the surface, took that football bounce. You never know where that football bounce is going to be.
Yeah, I think it bounced straight back up, hit somebody on the backside, and just settled right down into the turf.
So the Blue Devils going to line up in a double slot. Slot left, slot right. Stick them in the backfield. Slade Sprayer calling the cadence. Is Toll. Quinn Toll takes the snap. He's going to hand off. Left to right, positive gain. Going to get out to the 37-yard line. Going to be a gain of 4. It's going to be second down and 6.
That looks like Big Gage Benton on the tackle for the Elwood Panthers.
So second and 6. Ball's just inside the left hash. We've just begun. We're at Tipton High School, Tipton Ford Field. The scoreboard was donated by Dan Young, GMC, here in Tipton. Going to line up in a shotgun. Once again, Quinn Toll, sing him in the backfield to his right. Going to go stack. Receivers right side. They'll go bubble screen right side. Caught by Dakota Garment. He's got a first down. He'll dive it forward. He'll get out near the 48-yard line. Still in Blue Devil territory. First and 10, Blue Devils.
Yeah, nice block out there by, who was that, Jaron Aller, number 86, to kind of give him another 4 or 5 yards there on the catch.
So they'll nose it up to the 48. First and 10, Blue Devils. They'll start the play clock at 40. The umpire, the white hat, he'll put 2 hands in the air if he wants 40 seconds on it. 1 hand in the air if he wants 25. So plenty of time here. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Slot left, slot right. From the right hash, here comes near motion. Isaiah Mahaney. He'll take the hand off on a jet sweep. He'll work at left side. He'll get beyond the end. And right there, left end. That was Bracken Jetty. Going to be close to a first down. I think it's going to be.
Yeah, he tripped over, looked like the heels of his blocker, but that play was really made by number 42, Casey McCray, coming up strong from his quarterback position to kind of stuff that block.
So Mahaney. No, not quite a first down. They're going to move the chains. They've already called it a first down. The chains are now moving. So Mahaney needed 10, and he got 10.
That's exactly what he needed.
So they'll line up from the left hash. Clock moving, 10:43 first quarter. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Slot left, tight end right. They hand the ball off, Slade Springer. They'll go right side. They'll go 4 hole. They'll get it inside the 40, near the 38.
Yeah, big Miles Lobb on the tackle there, number 70 for the Elwood Panthers.
So Podsy's gain going to be a gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Blue Devils break huddle. To the line of scrimmage, they're going to line up wide right. It's going to be Emberton on the line of scrimmage, wide receiver. Out there in the slot is Dakota Garman. Tight end left is Ridgeway. Fake the hand, fake the play action pass. They'll try to get Jaron Aller in the flat. Ball goes over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, a little swing pass there, but just a bit too high for Jaron Aller to get control of it.
Jaron Aller, I tell you what, it's 6'2", 208. I tell you what, that guy is going to be a pitcher for the baseball team.
Yeah, he's a good all-around athlete, plays a little basketball as well, and used to at least, and a good baseball player both from the mound and behind the plate.
He has surely increased his speed this season from his freshman year. Single man in the backfield. Quinn Toll takes a snap, 2-step drop. He'll throw right side, caught. That's Jaron Aller. He's got a first down. He'll be tackled out of bounds, and they're going to stop the clock momentarily. They're going to say that clock is going to start, and they get the chain set.
Yeah, it looked like, I believe, number 28. Who is that? 28, Ezekiel. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one here. That would be Ryan Munoz on the tackle.
So first down, Jaron Aller. Ball's at the right hash. Ball working in Elwood territory. It's at the Elwood 29, 1st and 10, Blue Devils. Trips to the left. Spit out wide right is Garman. Dropping a throw out of shotgun. Over the middle, Garman's open. A little bit out in front of him. And Jack Roach was protecting Quinn Toll in the backfield.
Yeah, Blaze Jones on the coverage there for Elwood was right with him.
If Jack Roach was an NFL player, Larry, he'd be making millions protecting the backside of Quinn Toll.
Yeah, they even made a movie about that, didn't they, AJ? Blindside.
So what, Lincoln Kennedy for the Raiders, he protected Gannon for a good time.
Yeah, those are the quarterback's best friend.
And Tari Glenn, Colts, so the trips to the left side. Tight end right is Jaron Aller. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. They'll take the handoff, left to right. They'll keep the football, and that's Quinn Toll. He's going to be taking it down inside almost to the 5. He absorbs a hit out of bounds, but he'll get to the 5-yard line. And the Blue Devils are going to pick up 24 yards with the feet of Quinn Toll.
Yeah, on defensive end, Connor Wooten tracked him down from behind, but Quinn was very, very patient as his block set up for him and almost got it in.
So from the 5, here we are again at the 5-yard line, first drive.
Yeah, we'll see if they can, Blue Devils can do any better than they did last game with their first drive. It's stalled.
So, shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Slade Springer to his right, about a 2-yard depth behind Toll. So he'll get the handoff, and he'll get down near the 1. They're going to say he got in. He broke the plane. Slade Springer, a 5-yard touchdown run right up the middle. Slade Springer for a score.
Yeah, there was a big hole there between the center, Grayson Withrow, and tackle out there with Hawkins, Andrew Hawkins, and closed up quickly, but had enough time to get in there.
So they'll try the point after. Blue Devils send out Brogan Ferg. He's a senior kicker, right-footed kicker. There's a snap, there's the hold, there's the boot, and it's a 7-0 contest. Blue Devils score on their first drive.
Yeah, and the point after looked a lot more fluid between the center, the holder, and Brogan Ferg kicking right down the middle.
And we'll also mention bringing you tonight's ball game is Edward Jones. Edward Jones, Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement of our young athletes. They receive it from the coaches, the teachers, and the mentors. Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Tipton High School Blue Devil football on PutMeInSports.com. For all of your investment needs, call 765-675-9535 or visit EdwardJones.com. That's Edward Jones. Member SIPC. The Blue Devils going to kick off. Going to hand the football to Nathan Hawkins. He's going to kick from the left hash. As Larry mentioned, pretty good-sized young man. Hawkins is going to step in there. Nathan Hawkins, 6'1", 240. Last year, I tell you what, he was closer to 6 foot, but I was doubting it then.
Yeah, he's a pretty thick guy.
There's the approach. There's the boot. End under end, going across the field, taking it to 21 on the run. Lost the handle. Ball still loose. Going to be recovered by Elwood behind the initial spot. He took that on the run, Larry. That was a difficult catch to make.
Well, he didn't want it to hit the ground. That's because, with a football, 2 pointy ends, it's liable to go anywhere. So he came up hard trying to catch it on the fly and just squirted through. But a couple guys had their hands around it, but Elwood got it back.
So the Elwood Panthers will put the ball in play at their own 28-yard line, just inside the left hash. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 contest. Blue Devils scored on their first opening drive. Shotgun quarterback. We go inside, going to run a trap play. It's going to be a positive gain. It's going to be a gain out to the 33. Nearly a gain of 6. And the ball carrier right there, I'm pretty sure. Was that on 13, Bracken?
I think it was, yeah. Looked like Joey Vaughtaw had a hand on him in the backfield, but he shot through there and came up strong from his safety position, make a nice hit.
So they're starting the game off with the quarterback. That's number 6, Jace Reese. Just like Coach Morales let us know, going to be a direct snap to the up back. That's about a 2-yard snap to the up back and a positive gain. He's going to be just shy of the first. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
I stopped by Slade Springer from his outside linebacker position.
So 3rd down 1, ball spotted at the 37-yard line. Elwood territory, ball's in the middle of the field. Clock moving, 8:10 left here in the first quarter. Sun is shining nice right now on the players. They're going to go for a shotgun. Shotgun right there. He's caught in the backfield. There's going to be a fake. Fake right there. Jace tipped the football, couldn't break contain, and a flag on the play. And they'll sort this out. And he, short of a first down, we'll see what the flag represents.
And that was Chase Hussey for his middle linebacker position on the stop for the Huskies. Looks like we've got a hold on Elwood. Huskies. I meant the Blue Devils.
So they'll back it up. They're going to nullify a decent run. It wouldn't have been a first down. They'll back it up. The Blue Devils will accept the penalty. So they'll back it up 10 from where the flag lay. That's where the infraction took place. So he's going to mark it off from the 37. They'll go back to the 27. And it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, they've got, had it right there just about where they wanted it, but back them right up.
So 3rd down 11. Clock moving. They start the clock, 7:50. Shotgun snap, lost the handle on the handoff, got the ball back. They'll work it in. That's Jace Reese, sophomore quarterback. Where's number 6? And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage. So we'll see the punting unit for the Elwood Panthers. And the Blue Devils are going to send back deep man. Is going to be Dakota Garman.
Yeah, usually Isaiah Mahaney's back there with him, but so we'll see how Dakota does.
So Mahaney looks like he might be trying to get a block in. I don't know if he can block the punt from that far over. He's lined up as an outside linebacker would be lined up left side. And they're going to punt this ball out of there. 7:05, clock moving. Play clock's at 1. They snap it. High snap. He gathers it. Punts it. It's going to be taken by Dakota. He drops the football. He'll fall on it. He'll try to pick it back up. He will. Pick it up at the Blue Devil 30. He's on his way back. He's going to reverse field. He gets a good block there. It's going to be a flag. And the touchdown's not going to count. He's going to go the distance. But we saw that block.
Yeah, that's one of those ones they're going to call a crackback block. He got his head in front, but again, they consider that a dangerous type of block on a non-protected football player.
If the guy getting blocked cannot see the guy blocking him, it's, as Larry said, very dangerous.
Yeah, back in the day, we loved to do those, but it seems like a lot of the things we loved to do back then are illegal now.
We used to have that play at our middle school, and our head coach did not know that that was not legal, but when he found out, he changed his ways.
I'm sure, but like I said, and again, a lot of these that I agree with, changes in the rules just to protect the ball players. We used to chop block a lot as well, and you just don't see that anymore, and for good reason.
So they'll spot it back. Blue Devils will have the football, but they'll have it at their own 45. From the left hash, they'll line it up right there. So they'll go to the slot right side. In the slot is Dakota Garment. Tight end left is Ridgeway. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. In the backfield, running back is Zane Durham. It comes near motion. It's Dakota Garment. He'll fake the Garment on the jet sweep. And Quintoll will carry it on his own. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Miles Lobb had him by the ankles, and then I believe it was Blaze Jones came up and made the tackle.
So no gain. They'll respot it at the 45-yard line. 2nd down 10. Ball is in the middle of the field. Blue Devils traveling towards the scoreboard. They're going to the north. They've got trips left side. It's Ridgeway, Dakota Garment, and Isaiah Mahaney. Split out wide right for the Blue Devils. Low snap and hand off. Durham's loose. He's going to get to the 50, maybe across the 50 about a yard. Nope, they're going to line him up right at the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, number 5, Sean Evans, making the tackle from his cornerback position for the Panthers.
Zane Durham last week, 77 multi-purpose yards. Zane Durham, just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's, like Coach Sewell said before, he's a hard-working guy. He's in the weight room a lot, just working at his craft.
6'1", 182. Split out wide left is Garment. Trips to the right. That's the big wide side of the field. Ball's at the left hash. Shotgun snap, Quintoll. Pass, right side, bubble screen, Isaiah Mahaney. Mahaney's going to go up the sideline. He's got well enough first down yardage to be dragged out of bounds. He's okay. A positive gain. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, that looked like 28 Ryan Munoz on the stop there for the Elwood Panthers.
So they'll reset the chains. Ball spotted in Elwood Panther territory. It's at the 37-yard line at the right hash. Play clock at 22. It went out of bounds. Stops the clock at 5:10 left here in the first quarter. Blue Devils on their second drive of the ball game. They scored on their first drive, a 5-yard run up the middle by Slade Springer. Shotgun, Quintoll. Split out wide left is Zach Ridgeway. Going to go down the right sideline on a go route. Caught. And that's Dakota Garment. The flag comes in. I think the flag is going to be defensive pass interference, but it'll go unnoticed.
Yeah, there was some hand fighting going on, which both ways, but that usually goes on the defense.
So he's carrying the flag. That kind of tells us that he's going to pick it up. So I think that double check there. They are going to call that offensive pass interference. Dakota Garment, hand fighting. That's what you said.
Yeah, you rarely get that unless he really pushed off. And like I said, I saw both of them were doing a little hand fighting, and usually goes to the defense.
At hand fighting, it's kind of like kung fu fighting, I guess.
I guess.
So they'll back it up, and that play will not go in the books. They'll back it up on interference. And an interference call on offensive pass interference. So they're going to line up split wide left. That's Jaron Aller. Behind him is Dakota Garment. They'll line up stacked on the right side, short side of the field. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. He'll take the snap. He'll pass it to the left flat. Garment makes the catch. He'll spin move off the would-be tackler. He'll get inside the 40 of Elwood. They'll spot him at the 39. And it's going to be a third down play, third or second, and 12.
Yeah, it looks like second down. Yeah, Jace Reese, safety on the tackle, but also helped by Connor Wooten. Again, defensive end getting downfield.
So Chase Hussey enters the ball game as the running back. As Coach Toll mentioned, it's running back by committee. So shotgun quarterback Quintoll Jaron Aller going to split. He'll go wide. He'll go right side, tight end. He'll go trips to the right. Going to roll right. That's going to get ready to throw, and he's going to let the ball go. Caught low pass, caught by Zach Ridgway. Ridgway inside the 15. He'll pick up a first down, and a nice ball by Quintoll rolling out right.
Yeah, it was. It looked like we might have had a broken coverage there as both the corner and safety went for the deep man and left Zach Ridgway wide open.
Zach Ridgway at 6'6", had to reach over and catch that ball off the top of the surface.
Yeah, he's a flexible guy.
So what I was watching him before the game, he jumps up, hits the crossbar with no problem. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's a pretty good basketball player as well.
So they'll line up in the slot right side, left side. Dakota Garland, they're going to run jet sweep. They'll hand the ball off to Isaiah Mahaney. He'll spin move. He'll be pushed out of bounds. It's going to be a couple flags came in. Yeah, it's going to be a face mask. We'll find out what variety.
Looked to me like a face mask, but we'll see what they call.
So we'll see if it's the 5-yarder or the 15. It's going to be half the distance anyway, because they're going to spot it at the 9. So the line judges talking right there. I should say the West line judge talking with the umpire and the linebacker referee. It's going to be a 5-yard face mask, not a major, but they'll go half the distance anyway. So the Blue Devils are going to have the first and goal.
Yeah, didn't know who the tackle was there on that last play, but like I said, there were about 3 of them, and somebody grabbed the face mask.
So from the 5-yard line, Blue Devils left hash. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. Running back in the backfield is Chase Hussey, was number 87. Going to give it to Toll. Toll's going to take it. He's going to walk in right side about the 6 hole, and the Blue Devils put another score on the board.
Yeah, a couple nice blocks out there by 87 Chase Hussey and also Jaron Aller out there on the edge.
The Blue Devils going to try the point after touchdown. Brogan Ferg, he's 1 for 1. Quintoll will be the holder. Brogan Ferg likes to set the block on his own. He likes to put it where he wants it. Not a problem there. Call the cadence. Quintoll. Snap's good, holds good, spot's good, and kick is good. Brogan is 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's, like I said, looking a lot smoother than he was, last week. But nice night for it, and he's feeling good.
He's a senior. He's a good soccer player. He's a goalie. He was telling me last week they had a game that went 1-1. I said, "You don't have overtime?" He said, "No."
Yeah, I tell you, any sport that can end in a tie is just a game to me. It's not a sport, but I know the world loves soccer. I'm just not one of them. I guess.
We'll also mention tonight's ballgame is being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first, where you can look at the lower rates on loans or the higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs. They've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfort, Kokomo, and they are there to serve you and the community. They are there where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. There's the boot. It's a high elevation, taking it to the 20-yard line. Elwood Panthers is going to bring it out to the 30. It's going to be about a 10-yard return. Elwood will have it middle of the field, 1st and 10.
Like 55, sophomore Brock Turner on the stop for the Blue Devils.
So the Panthers are going to line up, spotted at the 30-yard line. Elwood throw their football out in the ball game, the one they prefer to use. They'll spot it just inside the right hash, nose up to the 30-yard line. Clock is stopped with the change of possession. It'll start on the snap. 3:29 left here in the first quarter. Blue Devils in front, 14-0. Blue Devils 2 drives and 2 scoring drives on the ground. Slade Springer and Quinn Toll. Shotgun snap. Going to roll out of there. Be across the 30 to get a positive gain out to the 41-yard line. That's quarterback number 6, Chase Reese. Chase Reese, just a sophomore, makes a good play out of the improvising.
Nathan Hawkins on the tackle, but didn't look very smooth. I don't know whether he thought it was a handoff of just a little miscommunication between himself and Blaze Jones back there.
So 2nd down, 4 after a gain of 6 for Reese. They'll line up again in the shotgun. To his left, number 20, Blaze Jones. They'll line up right side. They're going to do a reverse. They'll hand the ball to Ryan Munoz. They're both sophomores in the backfield, Blaze Jones, Ryan Munoz. And to be close to a first down and a flag on the play.
It looked like that was Zane Durham and I believe Chase Hussey on the tackle.
So flag on the play, it's going to be a holding penalty against Elwood. So that's going to knock him back 10 yards. That's going to be a detrimental play right there. I tell you what, that's going to not be good for the Panthers.
No, they had a nice little game there, and so this will bring them back 10.
So they'll go back beyond the original stick. It's going to be 2nd and 14. 2nd down, 14. Stops momentarily at 2:40, and they're going to stop play right now. Elwood Panthers going to call a timeout.
Yeah, they've had a couple plays where they've been not on the same page. So I'm sure Coach Morales wants to get them thinking right and get the plays called that he wants called.
So Blue Devils and the Panthers. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. Since 1983, they have great cars, great prices, great customers. You can reach them at 317-842-2228. You can get a rare 2-point safety with the 2 dealerships in Hamilton County. One dealership is Fritz and Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street, Fishers, Indiana, 46038. Their second location, Fritz in Noblesville, 2400 Westfield Road. That's between Noblesville and Westfield, right there on 32. And for that 2-point conversion, you can explore their quality used car inventory. That's FritzandFishers.com, F-R-I-T-Z. So they bring the guys back out to the field. 1 timeout used up by Elwood. They have 2 remaining. The Blue Devils have 3. We're in the first quarter, 2:40 left. Reese takes a snap. Ground ball, he'll pick it up off the surface. He'll pass it right side. Diving effort, couldn't bring it in. Trying to make the catch there was 15, Brylan Mort. He's a senior, couldn't bring it in. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, Slade Springer had that one pretty well covered from his outside linebacker position with a little help from Dakota Garman as well.
So 3rd down, 14, 2:34 left. Incomplete pass, stopping the clock. First quarter. Panthers wearing the white jerseys, the blue numbers, blue numerals, blue pants. Blue Devils wearing their blue jerseys and the white pants with the obvious white numerals. Shotgun quarterback, Jace Reese. Hand off, they're going to run a reverse, lost the handle. Ball's on the surface. Blue Devils fall on the loose ball. And the Blue Devils are going to pick up the football at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
Yeah, Ethan Klauser in on the fumble recovery for the Blue Devils, but that looked like that little pitch and then reverse pitch, but whoever was going to get the reverse part just kept going. Nobody there.
That's a dangerous play.
It is. I mean, the pitches aren't a very long way, and as far as distance, but somebody's on the wrong page, bad things happen.
So from the 18-yard line, 1st and 10, Blue Devils. Trips to the right, split out wide left is Dakota Garman. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield for the Blue Devils. Low snap and pass it. Left side, Dakota Garman. He'll avoid a would-be tackler. He'll get by him, and he'll get near the 10. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 11, and it's going to be second and about 2.
Yeah, Casey McCray there on the coverage and the tackle for the Elwood Panthers.
So ball spotted at the 11 from the left hash. 2:23 left here in the first quarter. 14-0 contest. Blue Devils in front and inside the red zone. Zane Durham is in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. There's a snap and a fake it to Zane. They'll go the right side. Caught by Dakota Garman. He wanted to put his foot in the ground, but slipped up. But he'll get a positive gain.
Yeah, pretty well covered out there by Blaze Jones as well.
So second down, 3. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. I will say he lost 1 on the reception. And Quinn Toll jogs back into the huddle. After getting the play from the sideline, offensive coordinator Dustin Shear. So from the right hash, Blue Devils going to line up, stack receivers left side. That's Ridgeway, and behind him is Dakota Garman. Handoff right to left, Slade Springer. He's going to move left and right. A flag comes in. Springer's going to get just inside the 10, but that flag might be against the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like it could have been a hold over there. We'll see what happens.
So the umpire checking with his officials, his assistant officials there, letting him know what happened. And they're talking it over, ain't they, Larry? So they're going to say a face mask against Elwood. It's a 5-yard variety.
Yeah, there were 5, or I should say 5, number 5, and another 2 players on the tackle there. So somebody must have grabbed a hold of something they shouldn't.
So the ball was spotted at the 10. The 5-yard mark off, half the distance. Had it been a major face mask, it still would have been half the distance. The shotgun. Quinn Toll to his left in the backfield, Slade Springer. He'll get the handoff. Springer's going to try to get inside the 5, and he'll be tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's going to be a second down goal.
Yeah, it looked like Munoz on the first hit for the Elwood Panthers, and then I think Connor Wooten, number 50 on the follow-up tackle.
So ball's a little bit inside the left hash. Clock moving. We're inside a minute. 57 seconds. Clock moving. Going to line up Blue Devils. Slot right. Zane Durham in the backfield. Calling the cadence. Quinn Toll. You're going to hand off to Durham. Durham going to go up the middle. He'll dive it forward. He'll get near the 2. They're going to spot him at around the 2-yard line. And the play clock and the game clock pretty much about even. They don't have to snap the ball, but it's only by a matter of fractions of a second.
Just a few seconds there, yeah. That's Miles Lobb on the stop there for Elwood.
So the clock and the play clock pretty much identical. 17, 16, 5 on the game clock. Slot right. In the slot is Dakota Garman. Zane Durham in the backfield. You're going to follow Zane Durham, and Quinn Toll is going to get his second rushing touchdown of the evening. They're about 3 yards in, and the Blue Devils have a 20-0 advantage.
Yeah, except for a couple big, long penalties. Hasn't been much to stop the Blue Devils so far tonight.
So Broganford back out on the field. He'll spot that black block where he wants it. And Quinn Toll will be the holder. So 6.3 left here in the first quarter. The Blue Devils will kick off. Low snap, he'll spot it, and the kick is good. Low elevation, but you count him.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of checked up a little bit. Maybe Quinn lost the handle on it for just a fraction of a second, but Dakota stayed with it. I'm sorry, not Dakota. That's his brother. Mr. Fergal, we'll just put it that way. Put it right through.
So the Blue Devils take an early 21-0 advantage with 6.3 left here in the first quarter. And the officials having a little bit of a huddle out there at the 10-yard line. They'll adjourn huddle now. Elwood Panthers will receive. Blue Devils still in their kick huddle out there on the numbers between the 10 and the 15-yard line. And the Blue Devils are getting ready to kick the football. Asking for the football right there is Nathan Hawkins. So they'll hand him the kickball. So with that older kickball, Larry, that thing will boot a good long way.
Yeah, it's got a little bit looser skin on it, I guess you could say.
And while I was Andrean way back when, Dustin Shear was the quarterback. That was his junior year. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here comes Nathan Hawkins, waiting for the whistle. 7-yard approach. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. Pretty good elevation, end under end. Going to be taken at the 17-yard line. On the return is Jace Reese to get out beyond the 30. They'll spot him at the 31. And the first quarter will empty out. And they'll invert the field. And the Elwood Panthers will have it at their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
And that was Leland Peter and also Caden Cook on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Anyway, we were at Andrean High School. Dustin Shear was a junior quarterback. And Huskies got in the game late. And they scored a touchdown late, inside a minute. And the Huskies needed a 2-point conversion. I was the ball dryer, the ball boy. As soon as we scored, I threw the kick ball into the game. And so I'm thinking we're going to kick. And they said, "You throw that kick ball in?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You better hope he gets this, because we're going for 2 and he's passing."
I remember that game. Very cold, as I remember.
Well, Dustin threw a pass. We got in the back of the end zone, went up by 1. They tried a bomb with their last play of the game, and the Huskies walked off a winner. Dustin's junior year, we went back to his Dustin's senior year, and we walked off not a winner.
I remember that game as well.
So they had a quarterback his senior year named Finn. I can't think of his first name. Finn. He was 165, a great quarterback, but he went to Northwestern and played shortstop.
I remember he's a heck of a baseball player.
So here comes the Elwood Panthers. They're going to line up 31-yard line, their own 31. Direct snap, up back again. They'll get it out to the 34. He's going to pick up 3. And a positive gain, 2nd down and 7. So 7 yards for the first. You're going to spot it right there.
Looks like that was, I believe, Nathan Hawkins on the tackle.
The Blue Devils calling the huddle right there. It's Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey gets that 87 jersey. That's a special item.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the origins of it, but been a lot of good running backs recently wear that number.
The running back from the senior year gets to hand it to whoever. And I know Josh Frawley wore that number. He was good. They'll hand off. They go right side. Positive gain. Going to pick up a couple. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 5 for the Elwood Panthers.
Well, I was looking to call this name. William Wolford, number 51 on the tackle for the Blue Devils. Didn't play last year. Just one of the finest pound-for-pound football players I've ever coached. He and Joey Vaughtaw kind of cut out of the same cloth here, and good to see William playing again.
So they spotted at the 36. 5 yards. They're calling it 6 on the board. 3rd down 5, 3rd down 6. Going to line up shotgun. Chase Reese, he'll hand off right to left. Going to be caught in the backfield. Going to be a loss on the play. Ball carrier is 28, Ryan Munoz, 6 foot, 145.
Brady Henderson from an inside linebacker position made that tackle. I tell you, he's another one of those guys. He probably is maybe 155, maybe 160 soaking wet, but country strong, and he plays like his hair's on fire all the time.
So ball spotted at the 32 of Elwood. They'll line up in punt formation. Back to punt is number 13, Bracken Jetty. He's a senior. He's counting the players right now. He's going to line up about 10 yards deep. That's not very much depth if the Blue Devils want to send somebody to block it. They're going to up back. They're going to throw a flag, and the play clock emptied out. It's going to be a delay of game, and the Elwood Panthers will back up 5.
Yeah, just a little confusion here so far tonight for Elwood.
Larry, I don't know, but have you ever seen a delay of game declined?
I wouldn't know why you would, but I'm sure sometimes it's happened in the world of football.
Well, sometimes the pros don't want you to get an advantage to pooch punt on them. So they want that ball to go in the end zone. Bracken Jetty calling for the snap. High snap. Grab it. Put a little spiral and go right side. You're going to bounce a couple times. Picked up by Garmin on a second bounce. Picked up at about the 38, and Garmin takes it into Panther territory. He'll take it to the 47-yard line. The Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10.
I didn't catch the number of the tackler there, but just tripped him up. Dakota needs to start carrying that ball a little tighter, though. I saw a lot of ball as he was going down.
So the Blue Devils have it from the left hash. 1st and 10 from the Panthers' 48-yard line. So the Blue Devils going to send 3 receivers this side towards the grandstand. Wide out is Zach Ridgway. Up on line of scrimmage is Dakota Garmin. And Isaiah Mahaney. Snap taken. Passing the flat Mahaney. Mahaney going to be hit right now. Pretty well read play there by Munoz.
Yeah, he had that locked in the whole time, and he came with bad intent.
Quinn Toll has got to look out in front of that play and know that he's going to take a hit. Don't throw there.
Yeah, or don't hang him out like that. So, that nice play on defense, though, by Munoz.
So they'll spot it again, 48-yard line of Elwood. They'll go slot right, slot left. It's at the right hash. Quinn Toll calling the cadence. There goes motion away. Isaiah Mahaney will fake the jet sweep. Back to throw. He's going to roll up the right side. He's going to run the football. And there's a late hit, Bracken Jetty. A couple of flags come in, and Quinn Toll did not deserve that.
Oh, that's not the way you play the game there, and so hopefully that'll cease.
I saw Tony Saragusa do that one time, and that wasn't very kind.
No, but sometimes the defensive guys, they get a little antsy, when especially when the score is not going their direction, and just one step too many.
So they'll mark it off, 15-yard mark off. Going to be first down for the Blue Devils. They're going to set the ball at the 31-yard line of Elwood. I tell you what, that almost takes a calculator.
Yeah, that was sizable.
So they'll start the clock and the play clock. 8:40 here left in the second quarter. Blue Devils up 21-0. Blue Devils have the ball in Elwood territory from the right hash at the Elwood 31. 1st and 10. Slot left, slot right. Shotgun. Dropping the throw 2 steps. Looking to throw. He's going to pull the ball down. He'll go forward. He'll get what he can. He's going to pick up a block there. Quinn Toll's going to try to get to the sideline. They're going to throw a flag. Quinn Toll is going to be spotted at the 22-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 9, but a flag on the play. We'll see what it is.
Well, don't know what that could have been. There was a block coming back this way, but it wasn't blindsided. The guy was looking right at him.
So they're walking it in to the 22 for the spot. That'd be a 9-yard gain. The umpire going to let us know. It's going to be a walk-off against the Blue Devils. And the umpire's going to let us know here in just a moment. It's going to be helmet-to-helmet contact. Blue Devils initiated the contact.
No, I didn't see that.
So they're just trying to protect. Blue Devils going to back up, and it's going to be first down and longer. So they're going to work it right there. 20 yards, and that's going to be a first and 20.
I don't normally say this, but that was a poor call.
So 1st and 20, Blue Devils moving the ball well. Shouldn't be a problem to pick up a first and methodically move the ball down the field. From the left hash, Jaron Aller back off the line of scrimmage. Slot right. Shotgun, snap taken, handoff. Chase Hussey. He'll cut in, he'll cut back out. He'll go up the sideline, he'll get inside the 20, And another flag comes in. Chase Hussey going to be 3 yards short of the first.
Yeah, it's getting a little chippy out there now.
So it's going to be a face mask. It's going to be the third time that Elwood has been whistled for just the small version of the face mask.
Well, they got away with one there because that was a late hit as well.
So they'll mark it off. It'll be a first down. Chase Hussey picks up about 18. He needed 20, but the 5-yard face mask is going to move the ball closer to the goal line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Blue Devils at the Elwood 13-yard line at the right hash. So Blue Devils with the football. They'll break huddle now. And they're making those change keepers do some running.
Yeah, one of my assistant coaches is on the change tonight, so he's getting his steps in.
So shotgun, Quinn Toll, Chase Hussey in the backfield, trips to the left, Garmin to the right. They'll hand off to Chase Hussey. He'll be stopped right now. He's going to lose a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah, look like number 13, Bracken Jetty on the tackle on that one.
So they're going to call it a 3-yard loss. 2nd down, 13. Quinn Toll getting the play from the sideline. He's not running clear over. I tell you what, you got to be in good shape as a quarterback to go sideline every time.
Yeah, you think you kind of run some wide receivers in. The Devils have a couple that could do that.
So what, Nick Zachary ran to the sideline every time. He was tremendous. Shotgun. Going to hand off Slade Springer. Left side breaks contained. He's going for the pylon. Touchdown, Slade Springer. Springer runs it in. And Springer twice on the board.
Yeah, nice block out there by Andrew Hawkins, kind of leading the way downfield.
So the Blue Devils going to line up for the point after. They'll go the kick variety again with Brogan Ferg. Brogan Ferg, holder again. It's Quinn Toll. Short snapper is Grayson Withrow. There's a snap, there's a hold, there's the boot. And Brogan Ferg is 4 for 4. And the Blue Devils take a 28-0 advantage.
Yeah, this like I said, we had a lot of action here, a lot of big penalties, and so we'll see how this game progresses.
We'll talk about another support sponsor. We'll mention Lucky Strike Lanes. Lucky Strike Lanes, they're in Elwood, Indiana. If you like creating memories, that's the place to be. Family-friendly bowling, state-of-the-art redemption arcade, great food and drinks at Sally's at the Alley. They have open lanes with Cosmic Bowling every Saturday night, 7 to 11 p.m. Lucky Strike Lanes, they're just west of the Pizza King, right there on Anderson Street. That's in Elwood. That's Lucky Strike Lanes. Chuck Kane, what a nice gentleman. Truly enjoy Mr. Kane very much. Looks like Nathan Hawkins is going to ask for the football again.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to work it a little bit there with his hands and place it almost completely upright. So they'll spot the ball right there at the 40-yard line. Left hash.
Blue Devils going to kick off. 6:54 left here in the second quarter. Waiting for the whistle. There it is. Here comes the approach. Nathan Hawkins, there's the boot. Low elevation on her line, picked up at the 20. On the run back, that's Jace right there, Jace Reese. And he'll meet a wall right there. He'll get forward progress out to the 30-yard line. Elwood Panthers will put the ball in play, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Brock Turner again on the tackle.
So Elwood Panthers going to line it up from the right hash. There's Joe Klauser right there. We're missing him.
Yeah, Joe's broke a couple ribs in the first game and bruised his lung as well, so he'll be out for a little while yet.
I tell you what, he likes football. He's not super big, but last year he caught some passes.
Yeah, I told him, I said, well, if he had a little bit more meat on his bones, it might have not broke those ribs. But good boy and good family.
He's a good holder for a point after touchdown. Shotgun. Chase Reese takes a handoff to go inside play, trap play. Ball carrier is Blaze Jones. Jones going to lose yardage Blue Devils going to make the tackle.
Yeah, Zane Durham on the tackle with a little help from Isaiah Mahaney as well.
Zane Durham, last week, I think he had 5 tackles. And Zane Durham also had a fumble, caused a fumble. And we'll work it from right there. We'll mark it up to the 27-yard line. 2nd down, 13 for the Panthers. Shotgun. Jace Reese takes a snap, gives a handoff, left to right. To get out to the 32-yard line. Elwood Panthers. Blaze Jones, number 20. 5'8", 155, the ball carrier.
Yeah, it looked like, I think that was Nathan Hawkins and William Wolford again on the tackle for the Devils.
Yes, Zane Durham, last week, 7 tackles. 1 quarterback sack and 1 caused fumble. Just a sophomore. Shotgun quarterback, Jace Reese. 3 in the backfield. Nearly offside there for the Blue Devils. Got back. Then go over the line of scrimmage. Positive gain. Going to take it out to the 34-yard line. And Jones again, the ball carrier.
That looks like Hussey from his middle linebacker position for the Devils on the tackle.
So 4th down. 4th, and they're calling it 7 on the board. 5:08. Clock moving. 2nd quarter. Blue Devils in front. 28-0. Ball's at the right hash from the 34. Jogging out of the ball game is Casey McCray, number 42. Jace Reese. Going to call the cadence from the shotgun. Single man in the backfield. Low snap. He'll pick it back up. He'll hand off. And the Blue Devils going to stop him in the backfield. Ball carrier was Ryan Munoz.
Joey Vaughton kind of just blew through there and blew that up from the get-go.
So we're going to bring up a 4th down. Was that 4th down? 4th down. Blue Devils going to get the ball on downs.
Now, I'm not sure about that. I mean, obviously you want to try to get back in the game, but deep in your own territory, I'm not sure I wouldn't punt that one away.
Coach Campbell, Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's deep in your territory.
So they're going to line up. Blue Devils have the football. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Panther, 26. Deep motion, Dakota Garment. Was trying to hit him in the flat. It's a forward pass. Garment caught the ball. Going to get down to the 25. Little to no gain. Going to pick up 1. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down, 9.
I tell you what, that was a fantastic defensive play by Connor Wooten from his defensive end position. Saw that coming around, Garment coming around. He read it and just made a great play out there.
So they spotted it to 26. No gain, 2nd 10. Ball's at the left hash. Blue Devils send 3 to the right. It's Mahaney. Garment. Let's take that. Zach Ridgway and Jaron Aller. Right side. And split out wide left is Dakota Garment. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield, Zane. Zane Durham was moving. He was leaning forward. And that's what they're going to get him for. It's going to be an illegal procedure. Zane Durham just leaning forward, just trying to anticipate the snap count.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I'll tell you what, having a little trouble getting the ball up to Quinn. He's, almost had to go down on a knee to field that one. And there's been several that have skipped to him tonight. So I'm sure, he's going to be working out with Grayson Witherow, his center, at halftime, trying to get that snap a little bit more, a little bit more up in his hands.
So shotgun again, Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield. It's Zane Durham to his right. Tight end right is Jaron Aller. Trips to the right. Receivers going to roll right, looking to throw. He will. He'll let it go. In the alley, he'll set down, route caught by Zach Ridgway. He'll be tackled out of bounds near the 7. So Ridgway going to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, Abe Gallegos, number 2 on the tackle there for Elwood. And like I said, just kind of got into a little steam area and sat down there and waited on it.
Ridgway last week, 40 yards, passing, receiving yards for Ridgway. And Quinn Toll, 292 yards. When you're watching the game, you can't tell how many he's got racking up.
Well, he had a bunch. I knew that much. I didn't know how many, but had a bunch.
So So they'll line up Zane Durham in the backfield. Calling the snap count. They'll take the snap. It's zig and zag, and Quinn Toll's going to run it up the middle. Toll's going to get it down at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Blue Devils from the 5, from the right hash. Blue Devils on the doorstep.
Yeah, Gage Benton on the stop there from his defensive tackle position, but yet another snap that's, bouncing off the turf. So Graysons need to work that out a little bit.
Ball's at the right hash. Blue Devils traveling to the south, away from the scoreboard. Zane Durham in the backfield. Motion away. Going to give it to jet sweep. They'll give it to Garmin. Garmin's going to be hemmed in. Garmin going to take a pretty good tackle right there. And that was kind of a throwdown.
Yeah, that was Connor Wooten again. He's having a nice game out there on the defensive side of the ball. But, yeah, it's I don't know. That was kind of a weird-looking play.
So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 12. And Isaiah Mahaney enters the ball game. Taking a breather is Zach Emberson. Back in the huddle is Quinn Toll. Clock moving, 2:10 left here in the second quarter. Blue Devils, a couple of plays to put it in. We could possibly see Brogan Ferg. We'll see. Zane Durham in the backfield. Dropping the throw. Pass play. Over the middle. Jaron Aller couldn't bring it in. It's going to go incomplete. 4th and goal.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. It was a little high, but I think it just kind of bounced through his hands.
So they're going to go for the – nope, they're going to bring Ferg out. Ferg's going to spot it at the 20. And then going to put it down at the 19. It'll be a 29-yard attempt from the left hash. Brogan Ferg, he kicks good from the left hash. He can push it right through. Right-footed kicker. Withrow with the snap. Here's a snap. It's good. The hold's good. The spot is good. And the kick is no good. It's wide right.
Yeah, I think he, that was, fairly far range for him a little bit. I think he just kind of drifted a little bit on him.
He's kicked 40 yards during practice. During practice, he'll kick 40, 50 kicks just to get his leg loose.
Yeah, well, during practice, we all can do lots of things. Yeah, it's different when you got big, ugly guys coming at you.
Yeah, I was telling you about that guy at Andrean in the regional last year, 58-yarder in pregame, but he couldn't hit a 36 during the game.
Yeah, like I said, it's a whole lot of difference when it's for points.
But I think he's going to college either on his foot or with his golf game.
Well, I'm a great golfer on the practice range too, just when they put them trees and bunkers and things in front.
So Elwood Panthers, 1st and 10. Direct snap, up, back. It'll be a positive gain. The Blue Devils going to hold him up. They'll get the forward progress out near the 22-yard line. They stop the clock at 1:44. And I'm not sure if they're going to have a timeout here, Larry. Timeout, Blue Devils. They'd like to get the ball back and try to get that score in before halftime.
Another thing that I've noticed so far in the game is seems like the refs has got a little slow whistles here. Guys are getting pushed back 2 or 3, 4 yards before they blow the whistle, and that's something that can cause some injuries too. Guy gets rolled up on or those kind of things. So we'll see if they change that.
As you look down there, Larry, there's Noah Humrickhouse. You know Noah. Noah's got the toboggan hat on. He's got a sweatshirt on. He's got long shorts on. He's pretty tall. Humrickhouses are known to be tall. And Noah, last basketball season, and the previous one, he uses a camera, but you wouldn't know it if you didn't know that camera shoots video. And he takes that video and he splices it, puts it together, and puts it on YouTube.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. It's something that he's got an eye for it, and just does a really fantastic job.
Very nice young man. And his older brother, Ben Humrickhouse, he's knocking the socks off the basketball floor over there in Illinois, playing Big Ten basketball.
Yeah, was it his? I'm not sure if he's got another year or not left on him, but I think he started out down in oh, I don't know, I think down in Evansville, I believe, and then, kind of worked his way up, transferred up, and did a really nice job for Illini this last year.
The Panthers, 2nd down, 7. Handoff up the middle. Ball carrier is number 28, Ryan Munoz. Forward progress. They'll get him out to the 22-yard line. And the Blue Devils going to stop the clock again.
Yeah, Joe Vaughton on the tackle again. Joe's a really good wrestler there, and he just kind of lifted him off the mat and set him down.
Blue Devils have one more timeout in their back pocket. If you got them, you might as well use them because you can't take them to the locker room. And we'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense, starting with your roof. From repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, they've got your home covered, literally. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors is locally owned by Jordan Beck. His team plays hard, works harder, and doesn't stop until the job is done right. Mention this ad and score $500 off a new roof install. That's Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, protecting your first line of defense. You can call them at 317-361-7858 or go online at rangerroofingexteriors.com to schedule your free estimate. That's Ranger Roofing. Shotgun. Going to hand off on the jet sweep. Left to right. Ball carrier number 20, Blaze Jones. Blaze Jones going to take the ball in way out beyond the 40-yard line. And those 2 timeouts are going to go for naught now.
Yeah, absolutely. Will Wolford on the stop. Like I said earlier on, then, Blaze has got some jets on him. And I remember him, like I said, a few years back in middle school. And once he gets turned on the outside, you better watch out.
Blaze has blazing speed.
Absolutely.
So the ball's moved out to the 42-yard line. Still Elwood territory at the right hash. Game clock is moving at 1:10. Going to hand off, jet sweep again. Ball carrier, Blaze Jones. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Blaze Jones going to get out just by near the 50-yard line. And they're going to spot it, evidently at the 48.
Isaiah Mahaney and Andrew Hawkins there on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
So they'll bring it back in. Right hash. 2nd down, 4. Clock moving, 40 seconds left. We're in the first half. Blue Devils in front, 28-0. Elwood Panthers. Shotgun. Quarterback, Jace Reese. He'll take the snap. Hand off right to left. He'll be hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll make it to midfield. Taking a pretty good hit there was number 28, Ryan Munoz.
Yeah, Will Wolford gave him a shot, and he bounced off of that, and looked like I think Chase Hussey got him down.
So clock moving, 11 seconds. They're going to call it a half. I think they're going to call it a first half, and they're going to let the clock empty out. And the Blue Devils are going to go to halftime with a 28-0 advantage, Larry.
Yeah, they like I said, they've had pretty much had their way so far tonight. So we'll see what the second half brings.
So we'll work this way, and we do appreciate you listening. And we'll also mention they're going to probably have some festivities here at halftime. We'll see if they put 20 minutes up or 15. So Larry's going to go get some refreshments. They're putting 15 minutes on the board. We're at halftime. We're at halftime, and you're listening to Tipton Blue Devils football, made possible by the following support sponsors. And we at PutMeInSports.com thank you for listening and ask that you, as a listener, please patronize the following companies as they are making tonight's education-based varsity high school football game available to be heard on internet radio. Another support sponsor for tonight's ball game is Camino and Company. Camino and Company, they're located in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. Camino and Company, you can find them on the web at camino-and-company.com. Camino and Company, a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the Camino and Company founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino SS. That El Camino is owned by V.E. Witham. V.E. Witham is the grandpa of Carly Witham Elbrett. Carly is the owner of Camino and Company. And the goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to the Camino and Company completion. You can explore their website at camino-and-company.com. And we'll also mention, we've got a birthday to celebrate today. I've mentioned my brother-in-law, his birthday is Danny Kerfoot. Dan Kerfoot, I think he turns 59 today. So he's 1 year away. But also this birthday being celebrated by Parkston. Parkston Witham, he turns 6 today. Parkston is having a party tonight. Sorry we couldn't be there, but we're letting him know we love him and we care. Parkston's 6 years old today, and they're celebrating over in Zionsville tonight. We'll also mention Camino and Company. They are now seeking 2026 brides. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only to browse around. They're located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They have trophies, awards, plaques, and much, much more. They have fast turnaround. Prices are low. They're so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone by dialing 317-773-7391. Again, that number is 317-773-7391. Online, find him at noblesvilletrophies.com. And also bringing you tonight's ball game is Hope Jewelers Tipton. It's Hope Jewelers there in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater. Hope Jewelers, they're located at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. Again, their number is 765-675-9720. Hope Jewelers, they're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday they're open 9:30 to 2 at Hope Jewelers in Tipton. And also bringing you tonight's contest is Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they're located at 203 West Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. They have dine-in or carry-out. You can reach them by dialing 765-675-6199. Again, their number is 765-675-6199. They have American Comfort Food, breakfast all day. They've been open since 1964. They've got good food, good friends, and good times. A Jim Dandy Restaurant in Tipton. Back in the Blue Devils since the very beginning. And also, across town, they've got Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, that's Grill and Chill. They're located at 800 East Jefferson Street, Tipton. They're open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and they offer dine-in, drive-through, and carry-out. And they do have outdoor seating. It's Dairy Queen, and Jim Dandy Restaurant. And also bringing you tonight's contest is Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. They're located at 1708 South 8th Street. Simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, their number is 317-773-4800. Up to 26-foot box trucks available. And a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. You'll find Dirk. Dirk will escort you around the premises. You'll find the best truck that's best suited for your automobile. And we'll mention Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from any travel. That is Indiana Express Rentals. We'll mention also bringing this contest is AGM Auto LLC. AGM Auto at AGM Auto, you'll not only be treated with pure professionalism, you'll appreciate their state-of-the-art diagnostics and their up-to-date status of each of the AGM technicians. And AGM doesn't only work under the hood. AGM does restoration, vehicle restoration. If you've got an antique vehicle, bring it on in. You might need a flatbed. You might be able to pull it in, but they take good pride in recreating your vehicle, making it look good again. Restoration. Now beautiful cars with now showroom treasures, mechanically and cosmetically. To contact AGM Auto, you can dial them by dialing 317-984-5283. Again, their number is 317-984-5283. Your car could be next. It's AGM Auto. You'll find them on Facebook, AGM Auto LLC. They're located just 4 miles east off of US 31, right there on 266th Street. They're only an hour away. And I will mention AGM Auto LLC. And we'll also mention a brand new company, brand new, Bubbles and Bark Spa. They opened up on July the 7th of this year. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa will love your dog too. You can find them on Facebook at Bubbles and Bark Spa. Bubbles and Bark Spa, they're in Sharpsville, Indiana. You can find them at 3660 West 500 South. Their phone number is 765-415-2476. Again, their number is 765-415-2476. You can email them. That's Bubbles in Bark Spa at yahoo.com. Again, that's Bubbles, plural, the letter N, Bark Spa at yahoo.com. Let Katie, that's Katie, wait. She will love your dog as if it were her own. At the age of 15, she began bathing dogs. After graduating high school, she got her license to groom and has been grooming since. Katie, now an entrepreneur at the age of 21 and a 10-year member in 4-H. She'll let you have a full groom, which includes a haircut, nails, paw pads, potty patch, and an ear clean. That's called a full groom. That's Katie. Katie waits at Bubbles and Bark Spa in Sharpsville. And also bringing you tonight's ball game is Lisa Stokes-Bear. Lisa Stokes-Bear, Century 21. A real estate IQ that will work for the benefit of you. That's Lisa Stokes-Bear. She specializes in residential and corporate relocations. She has a vast knowledge with more than 25 years of question answering experience. It's Lisa Stokes-Bear. Let Lisa look or let Lisa list your home. Your home is precious. Lisa Stokes-Bear, Century 21 Sheets Company. She is more than highly recommended. She's a real estate agent, a real estate broker. To contact Lisa Stokes-Bear by phone or by text message, you can dial her up at 317-513-4086. Again, her number is 317-513-4086. So the Tipton High School Band out there entertaining at halftime and making a good joyful noise. And they're entertaining right there. And Mr. Larry Murdoch is back in the saddle again. And we got some notes here. Might as well mention these notes. Larry, these are pretty incredible stats for just 2 games into the season. Senior quarterback, this is quarterbacks, national stat leaders in passing. Number 1 in the nation. He wears number 3 on his jersey. He's a quarterback. That's Trevin Wall. He's from Payson High School in Utah. 6'3", 195. That's pretty good size.
Yeah, that's good size QB.
So we'll mention in 2 ball games, he's got 56 completions out of 89 targets, 843 yards. That's 421 yards a game average. Wouldn't anybody like to have that? 62.9% and a 15.1 per catch, 5 touchdown passes. 82 is his long, and his quarterback rating is 112.7. I tell you what, Quinn Toll's rating after last week, 147.7. I don't know how they figure it.
I don't either, but I know not turning the ball over, that's a big one. So,
and then the second, I got 3 written down here. 3. Number 2 in the nation, he wears number 4. He's also a senior, Traden Bessinger. He's from Davis High School in Catesville, Utah. I guess they get early there, start early.
Well, I don't know. Air must be thin there, too, because they're throwing all over the place, looks like.
This guy's 6'5", but 210, 60 completions, 86 targets, 739 yards, 75% percentage of completion ratio, 12.3 per catch. He's averaging almost 370 a game in 2 games.
Yeah, so like I said, I don't know what Utah high school football is like, but obviously they like to throw it around the place.
My son and his family lived there about 4 years, and they just built a brand new high school where he was at.
Wow, did not realize that.
And then Coach Toll was showing us before the season started on his iPhone. He was showing us where Buford, Georgia, built a $62 million high school facility.
I don't doubt that at all. You know, Georgia's high school football is big in Georgia, and there's that community's always been known for a really good high school program. So I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of donors there paying for that.
Buford's always in the top 5 every year. And anyway, Traden Bessinger has 50 his long. He got a 140.6 rating, and we'll talk about this guy, and then we'll get on something else. But number 3 in the nation, he's a junior class member. He wears number 2. Brody Campbell, he's from Newman High School in Georgia, 6'3", 180. That's a pretty good-sized young man.
Now, all these guys are good-sized players for quarterback.
46 completions, 75 passes thrown, 728 yards so far, 364 average per game, 61.3% of completions, 15.8 per game, 48 long, and 117.6 for his rating.
Yeah, these guys look like they're averaging about 40 throws a game, so I wonder if they even have halfback. They just throw it every game.
You could be right. I tell you what, Larry, we got some stuff here we can throw in. 4:57 left on the pregame intermission. Top NFL stadiums. Best stadium in the NFL belongs to the Minnesota Vikings. No. I write these down when I see them. I got some more to write down. I'm just a little bit slow. I forget. But U.S. Bank Stadium, that's a pretty nice place.
Yeah, this SoFi Stadium with the Rams and Chargers play is just looks like some kind of a Martian spaceship. But yeah, that's a neat stadium as well. I like the old one coming up here.
Yeah, that's second-rated SoFi. Number 3 is Lambeau Field. They just did a renovation on that.
Yeah, that's if you've never been to a game at Lambeau Field in Packerland, it's worth the trip.
I've never been to one there.
It's something unlike any place else, I think.
Okay, number 4, best stadiums in the NFL, AT&T Stadium, the Cowboys. But Micah Parsons not going to play home games there now.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe they let him get away. But yeah, that's a tough one.
He is a tough one.
Yes, he is.
And then number 5 stadium is Lumen Field, the Seattle Seahawks. They got that bridge over there, It looks cool, but it looks dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of that stadium.
Okay, now we'll finish up. Number 6 stadium is the Chiefs. They got a new name for it, but it's still at Arrowhead. What's that say?
I have no idea.
DEHA, whatever. Okay, number 7 is the Raiders, Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, Vegas got the football team finally and built a nice stadium for them.
Number 8 is the Falcon Stadium, Mercedes-Benz.
I like that one with the kind of the roof that opens up kind of like a spaceship.
9th best stadium, Broncos Stadium, Empower Field at Mile High.
That's been around for a while.
And number 10, the Steelers Stadium. They call it Acrisure or something. But I've been there once. It's nice.
Yeah, it is. I like that city.
I tell you what, Larry, I was there one time, and I got there when the gates opened. My seat was way up to the very top. But if you go in there and you find a standing spot where you can look over the rail, and you don't move for 3 hours, you can stand there, and I'm here to tell you.
Oh, I didn't know that, but yeah, it worked out well for you, didn't it?
I had a friend watch my spot so I could go to the restroom.
There you go.
But anyway, that's the stadiums. And I wrote down here, you're going to like this. Top 10 Minnesota Vikings of all time. You know who number 1 is?
Yeah, you're Frank Tarkington. Yeah, I'm sure you'd have a quarterback there.
Francis Asbury Tarkington. I'll tell you a little bit about that. His dad was a minister. He had a young man helping him, a foreigner. His name was Asbury. And he thought enough of Asbury that he named his son that his middle name.
That sounds like an accounting firm, doesn't it?
But Frank Tarkington, as small as he was, he threw for over 47,000 yards. Number 2, Randy Moss.
Yeah, I'd have to say Randy be up there in my top 5.
No question. Number 3, Alan Page.
That's my number 1. I grew up with the age of the Purple People Eaters.
Alan Page, when he retired, he became a Superior Court judge.
Yeah, he sure did.
He must be a pretty smart man. Number 4, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he big back could do it all.
I forget what year it was, but the head coach didn't know that he needed 8 yards to surpass the 2002. Was it Marcus Allen got?
I think so.
And he didn't put him back in because he didn't know.
Oh, well, that's, yeah, I don't know.
Number 5, Chris Carter.
Yep, an old Buckeye himself. And a great story about Chris Carter. I don't know if you ever heard it, but when Randy Moss was brought up, Chris was there, and he brought in a porta potty to the training camp, and Randy Moss didn't know what it was for, and he says, "Well, I'll show you." And he had Chris Carter was sitting there in the porta pot, and quarterback would throw the ball, and at the last split second, somebody had opened the door, and Chris Carter would catch it with one hand. And so Randy Moss tells that story about being a rookie in the NFL to Chris Carter and the porta pot training module, I guess.
I have never heard that. Number 6, Carl Eller.
Another one of the Purple People Eaters.
And then number 7, John Randall.
Yep, a great linebacker.
Number 8, Randall McDaniel.
Yeah, he was another defensive player.
Number 9, Ron Yeri.
Yeah, one of those linemen there in the late 60s, early 70s as well.
We lost him last year, I believe it was. Number 10, Paul Krause.
Great safety for the Vikings, and kind of in that age where those guys were big hitters, and he was one of them.
People don't know this, but Paul Krause, he wore 22 for the Vikings. He's only 6'3", 200, but he presently holds the record for the most interceptions in a career with 81.
Yeah, he was a ball hawk, that's for sure.
And he's from Flint, Michigan. And a pretty good guy. 8 Pro Bowls, wore number 22. So 140 left here in the intermission.
The Purple People Eaters.
Let's start with L. Alan Page, Carl Eller.
Ohio State. Jim Marshall.
Jim Marshall, he's the guy that ran the ball back the other way, and then he threw it, so it was a safety.
Yeah, he did.
They were about 70 yards with that. That's what he's known for.
I'm trying to remember who the other one was of that Purple People Eater group. Yeah.
He wore 77.
Yeah, I think I can't think of it. It'll come to me sometime, man.
So 57 seconds left. We'll talk about these here in just a bit. But the Blue Devils and the Panthers, 46 seconds, clock moving down. And the umpires, the referees, are huddled again there on the Blue Devil logo at the 50.
It looks like they're talking about something. I don't know what they would have to talk about at this point in the game, but they've convened about something.
So the Panthers are going to receive. Blue Devils are going to kick. Blue Devils adjourn their huddle. 20 seconds. Clock still going down. They're going to stop it now and reset it at 12 minutes. So they're going to kick off, and we're going to see Brogan Ferg. Brogan Ferg going to get the opportunity to kick off here. Start the second half. Handing him the football. Brogan Ferg just a little bit further back, but see if Brogan can get a good boot away. So we'll take a 7-yard approach, soccer style. We'll wait for the whistle. And second half is underway. Here comes the boot. End under end, nice boot by Ferg. He's taking it to 6, lost the handle, picked it back up. I take that back to the 11. He'll get back out to the 13. I'm going to call him the 14. And the Blue Devils, pretty good coverage there on the mishap.
Yeah, Zach Emberton and looks like Isaiah Mahaney down there as well.
Looks like we might see some different Blue Devils in the ball game. It's always good to get in on special teams.
Yeah, it certainly is.
So, clock this at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. And Elwood Panthers to the line of scrimmage. Going to send out wide left. It'll be number 9, Jackson Maggart. He's a sophomore. 2 in the backfield along with the quarterback. Pass play. A little bit early contact there, Zane Durham, but not early enough to call a penalty.
Yeah, Zane was right on that, smelled that out, and took him right down.
So no gain, going to be 2nd down, 10. Ball's at the right hash, spotted at the 14-yard line. Quarterback, Jace Reese. Calling the play in the huddle. To the line of scrimmage. Center is number 70, 6'3", 250, Miles Lobb for the Panthers. Let's try inside handoff play. They get to the 16, maybe the 17-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7.
That kind of a little crossbuck action there, and looked like Jason Hawkins on the tackle for the Devils.
So spotted up to the 17-yard line. 3rd down. Clock moving, 10:47 on the game clock. Ball's at the right hash. 2 in the backfield, shotgun quarterback, Chase Reese. Going to hand off. Going to try to reverse field and I go back the other direction. Blue Devils going to find him in a hurry. Forward progress stops him at the 15.
Yeah, Chase Hussey from his linebacker position got in and made him change direction, and then looked like Nathan Hawkins helped out on the tackle as well.
So 4th and 9. Elwood Panthers going to send back to punt. Bracken Jetty, he's a captain. He came out for the opening coin toss. Senior class member. I know I've spoken his name for 4 years now.
Yeah, he's been a starter for a long time.
So he's a pretty good-sized young man, Bracken Jetty. Looking for the snap. And the play clock was still at 1. And like I say, illegal procedure against the Panthers.
It looked like an interior lineman there. One of the Huskies jumped a little bit, but he's allowed to do that. Or Husky, I got the Huskies on the brain. We're talking about Northern Illinois earlier today. Devils kind of jumping around there on the defensive line, and interior lineman for the Elwood Panthers flinched as well.
You're talking about the Washington Huskies, maybe. There we go. You're going to line up 1 yard deep as Jetty in the end zone. You'll call for the snap. They'll boot it about the 2. High elevation be taken on flight at the Elwood Panther 45. Dakota Garman going one way, now the other. And he'll go up the sideline, the Elwood Panther sideline. He'll get inside the 20, and they'll stop him near the 17-yard line. So Dakota Garman, a good return.
Yeah, he danced a little bit there for a minute. I was thinking he needed to get upfield, but then he caught the corner there and ran into about 4 Elwood Panthers.
So Tipton Blue Devils going to start this drive at the Elwood Panthers 17-yard line from the left hash. So 9:22 on the game clock. And Emerson going to bring the play in.
Yeah, I remember why I got the Northern Illinois Huskies on my mind. I was catching some grief from one of my coaches about my Ohio State shirt tonight, and I said, you lost to Michigan. He's a Notre Dame fan. I said, yeah, you lost to Northern Illinois, so that's where I got the Huskies on my mind here.
So timeout, Blue Devils. They had a personnel problem, had to call a timeout. And hey, Larry, we'll go ahead and mention this. 3 NFL quarterbacks who have been ejected from an NFL game. Tom Brady, the GOAT, he was ejected. Protective slide with the front leg high, leading and kicked Ed Reed. Got ejected.
Well, I'm not the kind of guy I would want to kick, but trying to play Karate Kid there, I guess.
Fran Tarkenton, 1974. Fran Tarkenton went after John Randall after he scored a touchdown, giving him grief.
Again, not the smart thing to do.
That was when Fran was a New York Giant.
All right.
And then Trent Dilfer, after a 2nd and 25, Trent Dilfer went after the guy that tackled him.
All right, well.
There's 3 guys, quarterbacks, been ejected. NFL. Quarterback, Quinn Toll. They're going to motion away. Dakota Garman, he'll fake the jet sweep. He'll hand off left to right. Inside the 10, Zane Durham, nothing but forward progress there.
Yeah, Bracken Jetty on the tackle there for the Elwood Panthers. But, yeah, had a nice head of steam and just kind of found a nice little seam.
So the Blue Devils going to stand in Grant Burkett. He's a sophomore, 5'9". All right, well, we'll work on that. The slot left side is 88. Split out wide right is Zach Emberton. In the backfield, Chase Hussey. He'll get the handoff. Nope, he'll fake the handoff. Quinn Toll will take it forward. He'll get to the 5. And that's going to be a first down, 1st and goal from the 5.5 for the Blue Devils.
Again, couldn't see. There were a bunch of bodies laying on top of him when he got up. I don't know who made the initial tackle there.
The Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 from the Panthers' 6-yard line. Ball's at the left hash. Clock moving, 3rd quarter, 8:24. 28-0. Blue Devils in front. Blue Devils going to send 3 receivers right side. In the slot is Zach Ridgway. Split out wide right to Zimberson. They're going to hand off. Left to right, Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey lost his footing. Might have got the shin down. They call if your shin's down, then you're down. But that's hard to get down by yourself.
Yeah, Abe Gallegos came up to make the tackle in the hole, and Chase tried to plant his foot and go back inside and just slid to the ground.
So it's going to be marked at the 5. Second down goal. Near the middle of the field, a little bit closer to the right hash. Blue Devils will send 2 receivers to the right. Double tight end. Single man in the backfield. Chase Hussey. Shotgun snap. Hand off to Hussey. He'll go forward. He'll go forward. He'll get near the goal line, and they'll say he got in. So the Blue Devils chase Hussey from 5 yards out.
Yeah, he just kept the legs churning there. Kind of looked a little bit like the 87 of last year, Calvin Condit, just churning those legs until he got it in.
So Brogan Ferg going to come out and try to kick an extra point. This extra point, probably a pretty big kick in this ballgame.
I'm not sure about that, but we'll see.
There's a snap, there's the hold, there's the boot. And it's through the uprights. And that's a 35-point differential. And the mercy rule has been implemented.
Let's be rolling clock from here on out.
So Blue Devils will kick off. And the officials are huddling again. They're kind of reviewing. But they talk a lot.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'd rather have them talking and figure things out than just kind of having one guy taking charge of everything.
So what? They probably work all season together.
I'm sure they do. Like I said, I know that one of our teachers at Tipton Middle School, he's a referee. I don't know where he is tonight. And if Mr. Jason Bales also is our girls golf coach, and have a big meet tomorrow sometime, I believe Saturday mid-morning maybe.
You probably know Jeff Hurd, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Jeff Hurd, I was talking to him last week. He got 6 emails early in the morning on Friday because those crews needed him to help him, but he couldn't help.
Yeah. One guy goes down, it kind of messes everything up.
He knows a lot about sports. He did a great basketball official. Here comes the approach. Brogan Ferg, another high elevation. It's going to be taken at the 14 on the return. Going to be tackled from behind. They'll get it out to the 28-yard line. Pretty good return for the Elwood Panthers.
It looks like Brady Henderson on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
So they'll spot it. Middle of the field. Change footballs right there. 7:04, clock moving. As Larry said, the clock will move unless there's a timeout or an injury, or if a touchdown is scored, they'll not run the clock, so the extra point could be run, but extra points take a lot of time. So they're going to line up in a shotgun, 2 in the backfield, along with Jace Reese. Split out wide left. Reese going to be the ball carrier. Baked it to the left halfback, running left to right. And the Blue Devils going to stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was Joe Vaughton, again, that kind of stopped him, and then actually looks like, Slade Springer finally on the tackle.
So they're going to bring the ball back to the 25, forward progress. It's going to be second down, 13. Clock moving, 6:10, third quarter. Blue Devils in front, 35-0. Blue Devils went to halftime, 28-0. Scored on their previous drive, but they took that drive over inside Panther territory. Shotgun formation. They're going to hand off, go inside trap play. That's number 20, Blaze Jones. Jones going to get a good carry. He'll get out to the 30.
Yeah, Will Wolford playing middle linebacker with Chase Hussey, 2 teammates from years ago, and made that tackle.
So they spotted it at 30. It's going to be third down, 8 for the Panthers. And the play comes in to the huddle via the legs of Abe Gallegos. He wears number 2. He's a sophomore. A lot of sophomores Will mentioned Elwood Panthers, 28 on their roster, 11 seniors, 6 juniors, 8 sophomores, 3 freshmen. And then Kai Wilkie, a junior, will look for him next year. Be caught in the backfield. Ball carrier Ryan Munoz is going to be tackled for a loss.
Yeah, Joe Vaughton had that one. Good penetration there and got him right around the ankles.
So they'll spot it at the 25. It's going to be 4th and 13. 4th down 13. Bracken Jetty is going to enter the ball game. He'll line up in punt formation. He'll stand back about 10 yards deep. 10 yards deep. A college punter would line up 15. He'll back up to about 12 now. Bracken Jetty. Calling for the cadence. Calling for the snap. There's a snap. There's the boot. And we'll end this time. He's going to take an abrupt halt right there after it hits the surface. And we were looking for a bounce, and so was Garmin, but it didn't bounce to him.
Yeah, just kind of stuck like it was dropped into mud there.
So the Blue Devils will take over from the left hash. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
It looks like, see if we got some new guys coming out. No, Quinn Toll's back out at quarterback.
So 3:47, clock rolling. Change of possession doesn't stop the clock on a mercy rule. Isaiah Mahaney enters the lineup. He'll get over to his spot. He's pretty quick. Shotgun formation, Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield. They call the cadence. Get the snap over the middle. Will be caught by Jaron Aller. He'll take the ball into Panther territory. 1st down. He'll pick up 13.
Look, that was Braylon Morton on the tackle. Came up with the ball, but I think Jaron had gotten it down on the ground before he got it.
So the ball resting at the Panthers' 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Tipton. So Blue Devils in the huddle. Clock moving, 3:57 to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is at 13. 2 receivers right side. Zach Ridgway and Isaiah Mahaney. Tight end left. Jaron Aller, handoff up the middle. Slip up. He's going to stay on his feet out to the 40. Ball carrier for the Blue Devils, number 31, Caden Cook.
Yeah, Caden in for the first carry of the night.
Caden Cook, 5'9", 145. He grew an inch and gained 5 pounds since a year ago.
I guess so. I got his little brother Colin, tailback for my 7th grade team, and he's a shifty guy as well. Scored 2 touchdowns.
The ball's in the middle of the field. Ball resting at the 41 of Elwood. And line up wide right. Tight slot, left side. Jaron Aller and the wingback. Handoff again, Caden Cook. He'll go left side. He'll break contain. He's got some wheels. Up the Elwood Panthers sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10. They'll mark him near the 5-yard line. And Caden Cook with some wheels.
Yeah, he did. Got right behind Jack Roach going down, and that's a good place to be because Jack's big and Caden's not. So Sean Evans on the tackle for the Elwood Panthers.
Out a 31-yard carry. His feet were moving. The ball's resting at the 9-yard line, Elwood territory. You look down there on the sideline, Dakota Garmin getting a break in the action.
Yeah, he's had a nice night so far.
So shotgun formation, won the backfield. And again, it's Cook. They'll hand him the ball. They go left side. He'll go towards the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 1. And Caden Cook, just a sophomore. So when you got a guy get you down there, you reward him.
Absolutely. And like I said, Caden's he's a quality ball player. He's only going to get better. And he really read that one, saw that little inside opening and stuck his foot in the ground and almost got it in.
So left hash, 1-yard line, 2nd down goal. Going to run from the shotgun. Caden Cook is in the backfield with Quinn Toll. Slot right in the slot is Zach Ridgway. Going to hand off left to right. Touchdown. He breaks the plane. Caden Cook on the board. his first varsity touchdown.
Yeah, that's great. Feel good for him. And like I said, he's a hard worker, so it's good to let him take it into the end zone, brought him all the way down there.
So Brogan-Ferg going to spot the black block right there at the 10. And then again, Quinn Toll will be the holder. 26 seconds left. Clock does stop for a touchdown to try the point after, because it would take up a lot of time off the clock. So there's a snap, there's a hold spot. The kick is good. And Brogan-Ferg is 6 for 6, but 0 for 1 for the field goal.
Yeah, like I said, I think the field goal, he just kind of overkicked it a little bit on that, and looking really smooth on his extra points tonight.
We'll walk this direction, and we'll see if Kai's got a minute. Kai Wilkie, are you having a good time tonight?
Could be a lot better.
It's going to be better next year, because I talked to Coach Morales, and he says you might play next year, right?
Hopefully.
That sounds good. And how about your wrestling career?
Hopefully that goes a lot better than last year, too.
You're feeling better, though.
Yeah, hopefully no injuries this year.
That sounds good. Just a junior. You're having fun here with your guys, and you should be.
Mm-hmm.
So what other sports do you play?
I played track. I played baseball. I wrestled, football, bowling. I think that's about it.
You are busy. So you've been to Lucky Strike.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been on a team there?
Yes.
What's your average?
190 for high school.
That's pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
Thank you.
So that is Kai Wilkie. Talking to him before the game. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff going the other way, going to bring it back. The Elwood Panthers bring it out to the 30-yard line. And a good return by Casey McCray. He's a senior. Where's number 42?
Isaiah Mahaney put a pretty good shot on him.
So they'll spot the ball just outside the 30. Going to mark it near the 31-yard line, left hash. Elwood Panthers will have the football. And we look down there on the sideline. Lincoln Rodabaugh is getting warmed up on the sideline.
Yeah, I see his buddy Wyatt Dunn out there on defense. I think probably playing a little safety.
So we'll go to the fourth quarter. They're taking a breather right now. 42-0 after 3. Larry, I wanted to look at this. I wrote these down a while back. But number 1, winningest coach in the state of Indiana is Russ Radke. In 48 years, he's got a winning percentage of 72.3, 413 wins. Bud Wright is 50 wins ahead of him. Radke's not going to catch him.
Where does he coach? Or has?
I don't know, but Bud Wright is the loyalist guy I know. He coached 1 year at North Miami High School. Then the job became open at Sheridan. He's been there, retired last year, 59 years. And you know where he's at now?
I do not.
North Miami High School.
I did not realize that. That's pretty neat.
That's pretty loyal. Number 2 in the state is Mike Gillen. Mike Gillen, Bud Wright, pretty good friends. Number 3 is Jeff Adamson. You know Jeff from Eastbrook.
Yeah, sure do.
And then number 7 is Kevin O'Shea. We'll see him next week.
Yeah, he's been around. A very good coach as well.
Number 14 in the state is Chris Meeks. He's always been at Rensselaer Central. He graduated there. We'll catch you this up in a minute. So Elwood Panthers, 1st and 10. Blue Devils going to go off sides. Got some new players in the ball game. Brendan Reese going to go off sides. So they'll give him 5.
Yeah, Brendan, neat story about Brendan. He's just a freshman, but big guy. The first day he came in, he had been homeschooled. Walked in, all the teachers in middle school were saying, Murdoch, you got to see this kid. And he's about 6'5", about 230. He's a big boy.
Wow. Shotgun. Jace Reese calling the cadence. He'll get hand off. Left to right. Up the middle. Ball carrier. Elwood Panthers. He'll get out to the 39-yard line. Credit the run, number 20, Blaze Jones.
Yeah, Brendan got in on that one along with Nathan Hawkins to bring him down.
So Blaze Jones going to take a breather. Clock moving, 11:38, fourth quarter. Play clock at 22. Panthers still in the huddle. Center goes up to the line of scrimmage. Going to get a grip on the football. They break huddle, 12 seconds. Panthers have the football at their own 40-yard line, just inside the left hash. Calling the cadence, Jace Reese. Low snap, he'll pick it up. He'll hand off. Ryan Munoz. Munoz going to have the first down. He'll be tackled out of bounds, but the clock will continue to run.
Yeah, that was Wyatt Dunn that I just talked about, playing safety, freshman as well, and did a nice job there.
Caden Cook comes in off the sideline. He's in on defense.
Yeah, he's a good linebacker as well.
So the clock's still moving, 10:52. Play clock at 20 seconds. Panthers still in the huddle. Getting the play distributed. They'll break huddle there, and they're at 12 seconds. They're gonna take the 25-second clock back and give them a reload on the 25-second clock. No reason to run them out on a delay of game.
Absolutely.
So shotgun, handoff, left to right. Going to take it out near the 45-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 45. A good carry by the Elwood Panthers. Ball carrier, Abe Galejos. And he's going to pick up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Looks like Reese and Hawkins, Nathan Hawkins on the stop there. Kind of a good story about Brendan. He was the MIC champion last year in the middle school in both the shot and discus. His cousin went to Notre Dame on a full ride scholarship, for throwing. So Brendan's coming about it and working at that.
Shotgun, Jace Reese, Elwood Panthers, 2nd and 8. Handoff, left to right, going to try to break contain. He'll work it left side, going to be tackled by Caden Cook. Out of bounds. Ball carrier again with number 2, Abe Galejos.
Yeah, I got out there, and Caden, didn't let him turn the corner on him, and he was getting some straight arms in the face, but he kept with him.
So they'll spot it at the 43-yard line, right hash. Elwood territory, 3rd down 10. So jogging off the field is Galejos. Bracken Jetty jogs off to the line of scrimmage to the center. Sophomore center, Miles Lobb, 6'3", 250. 3rd down, 10. Handoff up the middle, blocking good. They're going to run near the 50. They'll get out to the 50-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 3, and this might be a go-for-it type of play.
Yeah, Lincoln Rodebaugh, freshman, in there made the tackle on from a safety position for the Devils.
So Coach Morales is going to lead the offense on the field. Ball's at the 50-yard line, 4th down 3 for the Panthers. Clock moving, 8:25. Blue Devils playing with pretty much a second unit out there. Shotgun, Jace Reese going to have to be offside, and it's going to be illegal procedure. That's going to back it up 8 yards. I don't know if he'll keep out there with his offense.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We've seen some numbers we don't have on our list here. 67's a big guy. Don't know who that is. And who else? There's another number.
So they mark it back to the 45. Elwood's still going to go for it. It's 4th and 8 after the mark-off of the illegal procedure. Low snap, handoff. Ball carrier, 28. Ryan Munoz. He'll get to the 48, and that's all. The Blue Devils will have their offense on the field, and Lincoln Rodebaugh is excited.
He sure is, and Will Wolford on the tackle there, and Lincoln coming in for his second appearance in 2 games, and we'll see how he does.
He got to play 1 snap, didn't he? 1 snap against Frankton, and that's a good snap. The handoff was questionable on that snap, but he's going to get some good play right here.
Looks like freshman Owen Higginbotham coming in there as well on the offensive line.
So
number 70, Braylon Hines as well, a sophomore.
So Lincoln Rodebaugh going to take a snap here, shotgun. He's 6 yards deep. I think they want him 5. And I'm going to be a timeout on the field called by the Panthers. So that will stop the clock at 6:49. And I will finish this up. Number 16 in the state of Indiana, winningest coaches. They are active coaches. Steve Stern. in 22 years, 171 wins. That's almost 67%.
I know that guy well.
If that guy was still that guy, he would be a college coach.
I think that you would, yeah.
I've heard that from many. Number 26 in the state, Tom Dilley. Tom Dilley's with Guerin Catholic. Tom Dilley, 25 years, 150 wins.
Where did he come from? I know Guerin hasn't been around that long.
Ben Davis or something like that. I used to interview him.
All right.
He's a nice guy. And then number 31 in the state is Mr. Aaron Toll.
Yeah, he's, again, that's a great job when you can come coach, where you played and where your dad coached and be there for 21 years and have the success that Aaron Toll has had. That speaks volumes.
Number 42 in the state is Shane Fry from West Lafayette. 82% win percentage. And this list comes from a list of 115.
Wow, that's some impressive coaches.
So shotgun, Lincoln Rodeball from the Elwood 48-yard line. Call the Cadence. Sing him in the backfield, Caden Cook. Pass play, right side, caught. Caught there, going to jig and jive. He's going to pick up a good yardage there after the catch. And it's going to be about a 7-yard gain. So to pick up 7, maybe 8. So a good ball there by Lincoln Rodeball.
Sure was.
So the ball resting the Elwood Panther 42-yard line. 6:15, clock moving. Going to go slot left. Split right. Got a H-back right side. See him in the backfield. Caden Cook calling the Cadence. Lincoln Rodeball. He'll hand off. Caden Cook left to right. He'll drive it up the field to get a first down. Caden Cook going to pick up just enough.
It looks like Chris Shepard in on the stop for the Elwood Panthers.
So the Blue Devils move the chain. Second unit in the ball game. Run the play back in right there is Lincoln Rodeball. Jogging off the sideline back in the ball game. Leland Tim Teeter wears number 14. He did wear 88 a year ago. So Tim Teeter going to line up as a split in left side. H-back right, split right. Sing short side of the field. Call the Cadence, Lincoln Rodeball. Rodeball going to drop the throw, pass play. Left flat, caught. When he caught, he'd be dragged down inside the 30 near the 29.
Looks like
a Capshaw. There we go. Dallas's younger brother.
yeah, so he must have changed numbers.
He sure did. He's putting the whammy on us. We're going to have to get a new roster here so we can get accurate because we know we're missing one. But we know who that is.
Yeah, and I knew Grant wasn't playing this year. I talked to him before the game, so knew it couldn't be him.
His brother could play.
Yes, he did.
So shotgun, Lincoln Rodeball. Caden Cook gets the handoff. He'll go right now, back left. He'll be tripped up. Good tackle there. Low catch, and it's going to be spotted at the 27. It's going to bring up a second down short.
Yes, Chris Shepard in for his second tackle of the night.
He did pick up enough. First down, Blue Devils. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line, left hash. Second unit, if they could get a score, that'd be pretty special. So Lincoln Rodeball, shotgun quarterback, Caden Cook in the backfield. Clock's rolling at 4 minutes. Slot left, split right. Looking to throw. Down the end zone, going to be wide open, and it's not caught. Couldn't bring it in. And that was Tim Teeter, wasn't it?
That was Leland. He looked like he slipped a little bit coming back for that one.
A little bit underthrown, but they'll have another chance at it. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we'll see if they dial that up again.
I think Dustin Shear wants to get them a score on the board, too.
These kids are in there working hard, so some young guys get their varsity experience here.
So again, shotgun, 3:20, clock is moving, even on an incomplete pass. Mercy rule, 35-point differential in the second half. The fake the handoff, keeping himself, Lincoln Rodeball. Rodeball still on his feet. He's got a first down. He's going to be brought down inside the 15, near the 17-yard line. Rodeball picks up first down.
Yeah, Lincoln, good to see him doing well. You know, he's a great young man. You know, he's I know it sounds weird to say a 64-year-old man to look up to somebody, but Lincoln Rodeball is that kind of guy. He's just involved in school and everywhere you look in leadership, and a great young man.
Well said by Coach Murdoch. 2:35 on the game clock moving. Shotgun quarterback, Lincoln Rodeball. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Caden Cook in the backfield. Dropping the throw. He'll throw. Left side, caught. Inside the 5, inside the 1. He's going to be brought down short of the goal line. And that catch made by Wyatt Dunn. He's a freshman. Wears number 10.
Another good guy. And like those two are inseparable. They're best buddies. And nice to see them connecting together up here at the high school level.
So clock moving, 1:55. Play clock at 23. They break huddle to the line of scrimmage. Caden Cook in the backfield along with quarterback Lincoln Rodeball. Going to line up in a slot, right side, short side of the field, left side, stacked. Tim Teeter on the line of scrimmage. Shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to fake the handoff. He'll take it close as he can get it. He's going to lose a yard. It's going to be spotted near the 2-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 2.
Yeah, I think that was a little an option there, and Lincoln decided to keep it to himself because they were right up in their face. But neither one, I think, would have gone very far on that one.
I think they're going to have to go around the edge. The front is just congested.
Yeah, they got a few big guys still in there.
So they'll line up shotgun once again. Ball spotted at the 2.5. They're calling it the 3 on the board. Lincoln Rodeball in the backfield with him to his right, about a yard deeper, is Caden Cook. Shotgun snap. He's going to follow the blocker, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Lincoln Rodeball. He barely got touched, but he did get touched.
Yeah, followed another one of his buddies, Owen Higginbotham, center right in the end zone.
Lincoln Rodeball probably won't be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, he'll be a little amped up, yeah.
So that was a good drive by the second unit.
Yeah, sure was, and looked good doing it. Like I said, feel great for some of these guys getting in there.
So 51.6 seconds left on the scoreboard clock. Fourth quarter, 48-0. Brogan Ferg for the point after. And it goes through. Meyer, it went wide left. He must have missed it wide left. So he's 6 for 7, 1-point conversion.
We see that now, but yeah, Parker Capshaw switched from 18 to 88. So there's where our mistake was.
We'll try to get a new roster made up.
There you go.
It don't help to have a roster that's not right.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see a 50. What heck? There's another number out there that I don't see. A 67. Don't know who that it might be.
So the Blue Devils are going to kick the ball away. Elwood Panthers will receive. 51.6 seconds left. And we're going to probably see Brogan Ferg kicking off again. And my wife texted in. There's your Viking.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Gary Larson. I knew it was an L. But Gary Larson, when he retired from playing, he put an NFL Minnesota Vikings publication out monthly.
Okay. Wasn't aware of that.
I used to get it, but I think he quit doing it.
Yeah, I was a Rams fan back then with the other great defensive line, the fearsome foursome with Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Rosie Greer, and Lamar Lundy.
Were you a John Hadel fan?
I was not. I was a Roman Gabriel fan, though, at quarterback. He was my favorite.
You wore number 18?
Sure did.
Okay, here we go. 6-yard approach. Nathan Hawkins again. There's the boot. We're taking at the 36, short kick. Working out to the 45-yard line. Number 2, Abe Gallegos, the ball carrier, and Elwood Panthers. Clock's still moving, Larry. 35 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna let it run out here, and good night for the Blue Devils, and I know Coach Morales is kids fought the whole time, and I'm sure they're going to get better as he directs them.
So they're going to jog across the 50-yard line. Clock still has 14 seconds. It's rolling down, and the Blue Devils get a good win tonight.
Yeah, he sure did. Everything looked pretty good. I had a couple called back as well, or might have looked even a little worse.
Next week, they're going to have another good game. It's going to be right here, Twin Lakes. Kevin O'Shea. When you got a Kevin O'Shea team coming in, you better be ready.
Yeah, and they lost a heartbreaker up there at Twin Lakes last year, so I'm sure they want to get off of that a little bit.
Next week's game will start at 7:30. Give them travel time. We'll try a pregame, talk to coaches about 7 o'clock. And the Elwood Panthers next week will be at Alexandria. That'll be a 7 o'clock ball game, and that will begin 7 conference games in a row for Elwood.
Yeah, that's a nice little conference over there, and some good teams, and so I'm sure they'll look to improve.
Larry, thanks for helping us again. We appreciate you more than you'll know.
I appreciate it. I love being here and working with you, and we've known each other for a lot of years, and just to see these guys play that I had a little part in helping them get up here is a great experience for me, so I appreciate it.
Amen. So we're going to bow out of here. We thank you for listening. And we'll mention no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. Okay.